It's time for Arkansas Travelers Baseball. Brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Now, let's head to the ballpark for the ITT Tech pregame show. Here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Bill Elson.
Live from Little Rock, Arkansas Traveler Baseball is on the air. Hello once again, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to Raywinder Field in Little Rock as tonight minor league baseball and the Texas League present the Arkansas Travelers and the Midland RockHounds, Game 2 of a three-game series. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're on Midland's KCRS 550 or Little Rock's and North Little Rock's 1380 KDXE. I'm Phil Elson with you for the second game of this series. Travelers losing their seventh straight last night. Midland pounding out 3 home runs in a 9-1 victory. Jed Morris with the biggest base hit, a grand slam capping a 5-run, 6th-inning. Morris, who had come into yesterday's game with only 6 RBIs, 5 of them coming on solo homers, delivered that grand slam in the 6th off Jesse Smith to give Midland a 6-0 lead. The only highlight for the Travelers was possibly the longest home run since the Angels and Travelers began their affiliation in 2001, hit by shortstop Brandon Wood, an estimated 450 to 470 feet over the left field scoreboard onto Rick's Armory. But that was the only highlight for the Arkansas Travelers, with the exception, of course, of Midget Wrestling, which took place before the ball game. But today, the big promotion is just baseball and painter's caps given away to the first 1,000 paid adults, courtesy of Coca-Cola and KATV Channel 7 locally here in Little Rock. The RockHounds with the victory yesterday, and Corpus Christi losing to the Tulsa Drillers 11-4. Midland drops to within 1/2 of a game in behind Corpus Christi for first in the South Division. And the RockHounds on a 3-game winning streak will be sending right-hander David Bradley to the hill for his 15th appearance of the season. 8th as a starting pitcher. Bradley 3-4 with a 3.67 ERA. Start of the season in the bullpen for the RockHounds, but has been in the starting rotation ever since the couple last days of April, and pitched fairly well as a starting pitcher, just a 3.40 ERA in those 7 starts. On the mound tonight for the Arkansas Travelers, making his Double-A debut, is right-hander Nick Green, just 21 years old, from Tifton, Georgia. Green replacing James Holcomb in the Travelers starting rotation, as Holcomb was placed on the disabled list earlier today with a strained lower back that he suffered 2 starts ago, and it flared up in a loss at Midland last week. So Green, who's a hard-throwing 6'4" righty, will make that Double-A debut in just his 3rd professional season, a 35th round pick out of Darton College in 2004. Green was pitching at Rancho Cucamonga in the California League, where in 11 starts he posted 5 wins, 3 losses, and a 4.15 ERA. A 4.15 earned run average in the California League is actually a pretty low earned run average. And so it'll be interesting to see how Green responds to what has been a very tough time for the Arkansas Travelers. Not just a 7-game losing streak, but they've also lost 21 of their last 25 games, and just trying to stop the bleeding tonight. And so you go to a kid who's never pitched at Double-A, and perhaps Green can give Arkansas what they're looking for, which is a strong 6 to 7 inning start. This is the ITT Tech pregame show. ITT Tech can be found online at itt-tech.edu. Your potential can increase with a degree, and you can create your own career path with a degree from ITT Technical Institute here in Little Rock. And again, for details, it's online at itt-tech.edu. A gorgeous night for baseball, and we've got plenty coming up next on the pregame show, including all the scores from the Texas League yesterday, and we'll give that to you after this on KDXE 1380 and KCRS 550.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down, and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
My mother said no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Ashbury, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use directed.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Welcome back to Little Rock. 87 degrees here in central Arkansas. With 31% humidity. It's a pretty comfortable evening for baseball at Ray Winder Field as the Arkansas Travelers and the Midland RockHounds get set for Game 2 of this 3-game series. Midland leading the season series now 3-2. Arkansas won the first 2 games last week at Midland, but now the Hounds have taken advantage of Arkansas for the last 3 matches they have played. Phil Elson with you tonight. We're going to take a look at yesterday's Texas League action and go through our standings as well. Mentioned Springfield yesterday, dropped out of first place in the North Division. They were losers at Frisco by a 5-1 final score. John Dank returned to the mound for Frisco with a vengeance, striking out 5 in 7 innings and limiting the Cardinals to just 3 hits and 1 run for his 4th win of the year. And Mike Parisi taking the loss, falling to 3-2. Kevin Richardson and Anthony Webster each with a home run for the Frisco Rough Riders, who pulled to within 2 games of Corpus Christi. Meanwhile, the Tulsa Drillers overcome Springfield for first in the North. The Drillers shellac Corpus Christi 11-4. The Drillers hit 2 home runs in the ball game, with Joe Kashansky hitting his 13th, ranking second amongst all Texas League players and first amongst all first basemen. Troy Tulowitzki hitting his 7th home run for Tulsa. And winning pitcher was Mark Kaiser, going to 4-4, while Josh Miller lost in his second attempt to pick up his 7th win, falling to 6-5. Chris Ionetta continues to pound the ball as the Driller catcher cracked a triple. He also had a single, scored 3 times, and knocked in a pair of runs. So you got a new first-place team in the Texas League North. Tulsa is 1 game in front of Springfield. Meanwhile, I mentioned that Frisco got within just 2 games of the Corpus Christi Hooks, with Midland a half game out. A game that really doesn't matter in the Texas League standings. A battle of Wichita and San Antonio yesterday, with the Wranglers picking up the victory. A 7-1 beating of the Missions. Billy Butler knocking in 3 runs. He had a double and a single. Jack Greinke returning for the mound in his first start of the season. He's been placed He'd been sent home during spring training due to some problems that had not been reported by the Royals, but there had been some thoughts that perhaps it had been a little bit of a mental problem for Greinke, but he looked like a major league pitcher, pitching at Double-A, limiting the Missions to 4 hits and 1 run. Kyle Middleton came on for a 4-inning save, striking out 5 and allowing no runs. So we'll go through those standings again. Tulsa in the North at 33-22. That's the best record in the Texas League. 1 game over the Cardinals. Springfield has dropped 3 games in a row. Wichita at 24-31. They're 9 games out. And then Arkansas at 17-37, 15.5 out. 1 more loss mathematically eliminated in the first half race. In the South, it's the Hooks at 31-23. A half game better than Midland. The RockHounds have lost 1 more game than Corpus Christi has, with the same amount of wins. Frisco at 29-25, just 2 games out, but the Rough Riders are hot on a 5-game winning streak. And San Antonio pulling up the rear in the South at 20-32. They're 10 games back. Wichita and San Antonio starting in about 1 minute. Ryan Fearbend on the mound for the Missions against Sung Song. Frisco hosting Springfield as the Rough Riders try to extend their winning streak to 6 in a row. The Rough Riders facing Springfield lefty Rich Rundles at 3-4. Rundles will attempt to stop the bleeding for the Cardinals as they've dropped 3 in a row in 6 of their last 10. Tulsa and Corpus Christi, 7:05 first pitch. Juan Gutierrez will be pitching for the Hooks with a record of 5-2. Tulsa did not announce their starting pitcher. We will keep you updated on all those games from the Texas League as well as the Major League scores on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard throughout our game today. Now we'll take a look at the Angels Farm Report and glance around the Angels minor league system, brought to you by AgPro of England, your John Deere dealer. You can find them online at agprocompanies.com. Angels yesterday with a victory at Cleveland, beating the Indians 10-3 with Dallas McPherson hitting his 4th home run of the season and Jared Weaver going 6 in the 3rd inning, striking out 8 for his 2nd win in 2 starts. But today things going south for the Angels. They were beaten badly by Cleveland, 14-2. Former Tulsa driller Travis Hafner cracking a grand slam, knocked in 6 runs, 15 homers on the season for Hafner, and Grady Sizemore chipped in with his 10th. Arkansas native Cliff Lee picked up his 4th win, defeating Kelvin Escobar, falls to 5-6. And so the Angels now at 24-31. They're 5.5 behind Texas for first, 1 game in back of the Oakland A's. The A's were winners today over Minnesota 2-1. Brad Halsey picking up the victory. Eric Chavez had the winning hit. Houston Street, former RockHound, saving his 9th of the season. I'm going to turn up the crowd microphone. You can hear the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner here at Ray Winder Field. Then we'll get into the Angels minor league phase of the Farm Report. Better yet, Ben, since we're having microphone trouble. Microphone trouble, but just as we're going to break, I thought. That microphone kicked in. Nice job by Tracy. Thank you very much. Okay, now to the Angels minor league portion of the Farm Report. Coma beating the AAA affiliate of the Angels, Salt Lake, 5-3 yesterday. Howie Kendrick adding a couple of runs batted in, but still the Bees taking that loss. The losing pitcher Jeff Havilow, former Texas League All-Star with San Antonio, falling to 0-2, losing both of his starts and getting signed off of free agent wire. Salt Lake at 31-23 has lost 2 in a row. They're just a game in front of Portland for first place in the PCL North. And tonight, Salt Lake at Fresno, the Giants' AAA affiliate. Rancho Cucamonga yesterday shutting out Inland Empire 2-0 in the California League. Micah Posey picking up his 2nd win with 7 1/3 scoreless innings. Kevin Lynch, 2/3 of an inning for the hold. Kevin Jepson came on for the final frame, striking out a batter, saving his 7th. Nate Sutton, the second baseman for the Quakes, finishing 2 for 4 with a run scored, and Rancho Cucamonga 28-27, 5.5 games out. In the Midwest League, Cedar Rapids yesterday, they were winners, beating Burlington by a 4-2 final score. Thomas Mendoza, hard-throwing righty, picking up the victory, going 8 innings, striking out 5, allowing 7 hits, and allowing just 2 runs. So the Colonels, with the win in the Midwest League, is 26-29, 7.5 games out, in 5th place in the Midwest League West. That's the Angels Farm Report, brought to you by Ag Pro of Central Arkansas, located in Pine Bluff, Maumelle, Stuttgart, and England. Looks like our pitchers are ready to go. We better take a break and come back with a starting lineup here at Ray Winder Field on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because 2 great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most, yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SBC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world delivered.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Quitting smoking is hard, and it's even harder to do it alone. The good news is there is help. Just call the SOS Quit line. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the information and program you need to get free of tobacco. And the service is free, too. Try it. Call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and start to get free. I promise it's a great feeling. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call today.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up. After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
And we'll get to the starting lineups, beginning with the Midland RockHounds, AA affiliate of the Oakland A's with a 31-24 record. They're in second place in the South, just a half game in back of Corpus Christi. Kurt Suzuki will lead off. He'll be the catcher, with Jed Morris batting second and playing right field. Travis Buck in the 3-hole is in left, with Vasily Spanos cleaning up, playing first base. Center fielder Matt Allegra batting fifth. In the sixth spot is designated hitter Brian Stavisky. Ryan Snyder bats seventh, playing third base, with Lloyd Turner batting eighth at second. And rounding out the starting nine for the RockHounds is shortstop Ronnie Merrill. The Arkansas Travelers with a record of 17-37, 15.5 out. AA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels with Aaron Peel leading off in left field. Eric Rodlin batting second, playing second base. Brandon Wood in the 3-hole at shortstop. Matt Brown cleans up, and he's at third. Batting fifth and catching, Bobby Wilson. Matt Pauley batting sixth. He'll be the first baseman today, with Jason Espedo batting seventh in right field. Designated hitter David Gates in the 8th slot, and Dwayne Bacon rounds out Arkansas starting nine. He'll be in center field. Starting pitcher for the RockHounds, David Bradley. Bradley is 6'1", 175-pound right-hander from Marietta College in Ohio. Makes his home in Falker, West Virginia. Bradley making appearance number 15 for the RockHounds. 3 wins, 4 losses, 3.67 ERA. Nick Green makes his AA debut here in Little Rock today, and during the pregame lineup, you could hear when his name was announced, you think he's got some family here with him. They're sitting right underneath the press box, came here from Georgia, and they look like they're going to be pretty fired up. Of course, depending on how Nick pitches today. Nick pitched fairly well at the California League. One thing that troubled him was the home run. He allowed 9 home runs in just 11 starts at Rancho Cucamonga. 5 wins, 3 losses, and a 4.15 ERA. Green, a very tall, 6'4" right-hander, slim, 180 pounds, 21 years old, and has got a fastball, throws a changeup, and a curve. That changeup is a pitch that he'll throw quite a bit. Here we go. Kurt Suzuki, I guess, is not leading off. This is the second time that the RockHounds have completely changed their lineup on us and never let us know. First pitch is a called strike. And that is Jed Morris in the leadoff spot instead of Suzuki. Morris, a .333 batter. Hit a grand slam yesterday in the 6th inning and a pitch missing outside from Nick Green, 1 ball, 1 strike. So the lineup that we've been given is completely wrong. And again, this is the second time it has happened with the RockHounds as the opponent. The pitch outside on the corner, apparently. May have been a little bit off the plate to Morris. 1-2 to count on Morris. It says Suzuki on the scoreboard, and everybody here at Raymond Field is just completely out of tune in the situation at hand. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Green, and the changeup is into the dirt, 2-2. Let's see. On deck is Suzuki. So here's a 2-2 pitch from Green. Fastball under the knees, and that makes it a full count. Last week, there were 6 positions in the Midland lineup that were completely different than the lineup we were given in Midland. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Green. Well, that's not the third strike. Got a little piece of it, a foul tip, and that'll make it still a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch on the way. Missed the outside corner by maybe an inch. Ball 4. Morris takes a walk. Green walked 19 in 65 innings at single A and starts a double A career with a base on balls as well. So here comes Suzuki up to the batter's box, I imagine. And going into the on-deck circle is Travis Buck. Hey, what do you know? There's a 3-hitter that's in position in the 3-hole who's actually on the lineup card, and he'll bat third. Suzuki, .301 batting average, 4 homers, 25 runs batted in. And on a 7-game hit streak. Pitch from Green is low, ball 1. Behind Green today, Aaron Peel in left, Dwayne Bacon in center, and Jason Espedo in right. Matt Brown at third base, Brandon Wood at short, Eric Rodlin, the second baseman, Matt Pauley at first. Bobby Wilson behind the dish after getting yesterday off. Lead by Morris at first base, and Green comes home with a 1-0. Missing under the knees again to Suzuki, ball 2. Green, its 35th round pick in 2004 from Darton College, located in Albany, Georgia. Posted 3 wins and 3 losses last year at Cedar Rapids. 2-0 to Suzuki, line drive to left. Aaron Peel right there to make the catch with the sun in his eyes. And that'll be out number 1. Suzuki lines out to left to bring up Travis Buck. Coming into the on-deck circle will be Vasily Spanos. He was also supposed to be cleaning up, and so that's 2 in a row that the RockHounds coaches have gotten right for us. Buck comes in today on a 9-game hitting streak. Stretched that hitting streak to a single in the 8th inning yesterday, finishing 1 for 5. Left-hand batter deep in the box. Off of first goes Morris. Short lead. Here's the pitch. A slider for strike 1 at the knees. Buck in his 22nd game at Double A. And he and Green did not face each other in the California League. Green made 11 starts, never facing Stockton. So 0-1 is low and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Buck was at Stockton in 34 games. He had 349 with 17 doubles. Green, the stretch, and the 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air to shallow center field. Dwayne Bacon frozen, now coming in, and he drops the ball. They still may have a force out at second. His throw is in time to get Jed Morris, who was thinking just about what everybody else was thinking, that Bacon was going to make that catch. But again, he got the sun coming in the eyes of Peel in left and Bacon in center. And I think the left fielder has a little bit more of a tougher time with the sun pouring over the first base roof. 8-6 on the force out at second base. Buck reaching on a fielder's choice. No error charge, of course, but a rare fielder's choice to the center fielder. Here's Vasily Spanos. cleanup batter for the RockHounds. Runner going. Pitches a strike. Bobby Wilson fires offline. It goes into center field. Buck with the stolen base, his 6th of the year, and he'll advance to third on Wilson's throwing error. Spanos, the leader for the RockHounds with 37 RBIs, has a chance for one here. Although there haven't been a hit recorded by the RockHounds. There's been a walk and an error, and, another error, although it doesn't count on Bacon. Drop fly ball. Green will work from the windup. Here's the 0-1 to Spanos. Righty sends it foul up and out of play on the right side. And right to the back side of the roof, it is 0-2 on Vasily Spanos. 319 batting average, 7 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Green kicks the 0-2 pitch, slider, and that missed somewhere. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If it missed, it may have missed high. Nice looking breaking ball for Green. Next pitch, fastball jammed him, but popped out of play again onto the first base roof. Still 1-2. RockHounds at the plane to the top of the first. The lights are on, but the sun still shining into the left fielder's eyes. Field hiding his eyes with his glove. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, a fly ball, shallow left center. Bacon coming in. He's there, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for the RockHounds in the first. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left. Travs come up in the bottom of the first against right-hander David Bradley after this on KCRS 550 and 1380 KDXE.
Make your plans now to see the best racing under the lights at Texas Motor Speedway, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. You won't want to miss another incredible finish like this one from 2002.
Here we come once again. It's going to the line. The winner's going to be Sam Hornick Jr. by 96 thousandths of a second.
The Oak Creek Homes qualifying day for the IRL and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be Thursday, June 8th. And on Friday, June 9th, David Starr, Dennis Setzer, Todd Bodine, and the rest of the Craftsman Truck Series will go door to door and heat up the asphalt in the Samstown 400. But the weekend would not be complete without the fearless drivers of the Indy Racing League at speeds over 200 miles per hour in the Bombardier Learjet 500 Saturday night, June 10th. Could it be Dan Weldon, Sam Hornick Jr., Tony Kanaan, or Danica Patrick claiming the Texas victory? Don't miss the action under the lights. Call 817-215-8500 or visit TexasMotorspeedway.com. Texas Motor Speedway, celebrating 10 years strong.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
David Bradley warming up for the RockHounds on the mound. He'll be setting up against the Arkansas Travelers top 3 in the order. Aaron Peel, Eric Rodlin, and Brandon Wood. They're in the bottom of the first inning. It's the Travs' first look at Bradley, who started the season in the Midland bullpen after pitching last year, splitting time between the pen and the rotation with the Brewers AA affiliate in Huntsville, going 6-5 with a 3.35 ERA. Bradley this year 3-4, 3.67 earned run average. That's the 9th lowest ERA in the Texas League. We can see where the RockHounds have their biggest strength. It's in the starting pitching rotation. 4 of Midland's 5 starters are in the top 10 in ERA in the Texas League, including yesterday's winning pitcher Brad Ziegler, who lowered his earned run average to 3.53. Here's Peel standing in, leading off. Right-hand batter against the righty Bradley. Will work from the windup, and here's a pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. Peel 0 for 4 yesterday, batting .244 in the season. 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. And the Travs lineup is correct. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Bradley. Strike on the outside corner with a slow curveball from Bradley, 1-1. Bradley stands 6'1", 170. Veteran, been in professional baseball for the last 7 years. 1-1, grounded by Peel, fair down the third base line. Goes over towards the visiting bullpen where Travis Buck boots it a little bit. Peel will still hold at second base as Buck will throw to third base, keeping Peel with a leadoff double. No chance that Buck had to throw Peel out at second base. He tried to barehand the ball along the fence, but dropped it as he reached to throw it. And it didn't cost him a base, so Peel with double number 10 on the season. And the Travs have an opportunity to take the lead here with Eric Rodlin standing in. .320 average for Rodlin, which is 5th highest amongst the active Texas League batters. Left-hander. Bradley will check the runner at second before dealing. Rodlin shows bunt. Takes it low and outside, ball 1. Rodlin yesterday 2 for 4. He's been in a little bit of a slump recently. Buck starting to break out, although the other 2 at-bats besides his hits, he struck out twice. 1-0 pitch. Showing bunt again, got it down towards third. It'll be played by Bradley at the foul line. His throw to first base gets the out on Rodlin. Sacrifice bunt. And it goes 1-3 at first. Peel advances to third. And that'll bring up Brandon Wood. Wood coming up to the plate. Set up with an RBI situation. Even with a ground out or a fly ball, the infield plays back. Wood does hit a lot of flies. Right-hand batter hit a towering home run over the scoreboard yesterday. The only run the Travs scored in the entire game. Here's a pitch from the righty, and Wood will take it off the outside corner, ball 1. So double by Peel. Sacrifice bunt by Eric Rodlin. It's his second on the season. Wood, a .280 batting average. Team leading 11 homers, 38 ribbies. 1-0 pitch is into the dirt, but blocked. 2 balls, no strikes. Bradley allowing a .253 batting average. He's given up 25 runs in 49 innings, but as a starter, an ERA of just .340. Only allowed 2 runs in the first inning as a starting pitcher over 7 starts. Quietly comes into the stretch as Wood leans back and forth. Here's a 2-0. Fastball up high, ball 3. Bradley has walked 18, struck out 33, dealt 7 wild pitches, and has allowed 4 homers, but he's given up a homer in each of the last 3 games he's appeared. 2 of them wins. Into the stretch, the 3-0. Wood swings and pops it up. First base side foul territory, close to the fence. Vasily Spanos will lean in, and the kids caught it instead of Spanos in the second row. Don't expect to get much help here at Raywinder Field unless you're wearing the white uniform. And even, yeah, that's true. Even if you're wearing the white uniform, there's still some people that'll battle you for the foul balls in the first couple of rows. And that wasn't a case of a kid leaning over the fence and taking a catch away from Spanos. That was an idea of a kid really just catching a ball that was coming right to him, with Spanos leaning in trying to make the play. Nice job, kid. Do it again. 3-1 the count. And Bradley's pitch. Swinging a fly ball into shallow left field. The shortstop, Merrill, is calling it. Peel will go about a third of the way. The catch is made, and Peel will hold at third base. So the sacrifice bunt didn't do that much as Wood pops up for the second out. Now they'll call Matt Brown to the plate. Here's Brown. Matt has driven in 6 runs over his last 9 games. Hurt 23 on the season with a .289 average. Need a base hit to score the run, or perhaps a wild pitch from Bradley. Bottom of the first, Peel at third, 2 outs. The pitch to Matt is into the dirt, but blocked. Suzuki sliding to his right to stop that curveball from getting behind him. 1-0 the count. Brown last night 1 for 3. Also reached base with a walk. Looking to drive home Aaron Peel to give the Travs a rare lead at home. Arkansas only 5 wins in 26 games at Raywinder Field this year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing, a fly ball towards the gap in right center. Long run for Matt Allegra, but he can't get there. Hits the warning track, and Brown will turn the corner at first into holes with an RBI single, scoring Aaron Peel from third base. RBI number 24 from Matt Brown. Allegra, playing a few steps towards left center, had a long way to run, crossing center field and heading towards the right field gap. Right fielder Morris nowhere to be found, but a nice job by Allegra keeping Brown to a single. So here's Bobby Wilson standing in as the Travs have taken their first lead since Tuesday. Bradley works from the stretch. Brown a decent lead. The pitch to Wilson, swing and a miss, the curveball, and he was way in front, 0-1. Bobby Wilson got a day off yesterday with letting Brent Del Chiaro handle the catching duties. This will be the last day that Wilson plays in front of his family. The Wilson clan came north from Florida, and they haven't seen the Travs win a game yet. 0-1 the count to Bobby, and the pitch. Fastball outside, 1-1. Wilson hitting .315. That's the 8th highest average in the Texas League. 3 homers, 20 runs batted in. When he played on Thursday, Wilson 2 for 4 with a run batted in. 1-0 Arkansas, bottom of the first, with an RBI single by Matt Brown, plating Aaron Peel. Brown continues to take a nice lead, about 4.5 steps off first. Stretched by Bradley. He'll throw to first base, and Brown lunges back ahead of the throw. Bradley leaning in, looking over the left shoulder for the sign. Holds the ball behind his back. Finds one he likes. The 1-1 pitch. Low and outside. Another nice play by Kurt Suzuki to save a possible wild pitch. Instead of blocking it, reached down backhanded before it hit the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Suzuki working awfully hard on the breaking balls that David Bradley is throwing. Set position, the right-hander's 2-1 pitch to Wilson. Hit in the air towards right field and deep. Jed Morris stopped at the wall, looks up, it is off the billboard. Round to third base. Ty Boykin waves him in. He'll score with no play. A double by Bobby Wilson makes it 2-0 Arkansas. Couple of 2-out runs for the Travs here in the first inning. Bobby Wilson drives in his 21st, and David Bradley, who came into this game allowing just 2 runs in the first inning all year, giving up 2 runs in the first inning tonight. Matt Pauley will stand in and try to drive Wilson home. Defense shifts a little bit, moving over towards the right side. Shortstop Merrill playing up the middle, and Turner deep at second. Pauley a left-hander, and the pitch to him is right down Broadway for a called strike. Pauley batting in the 6th hole at first base today, giving Greg Porter a night off. Matt batting .267 with 3 home runs and 14 RBI. No one holding Wilson at second. He's free to roam. The 0-1 pitch. Pauley backs away from a slider at his belt buckle. It's inside, 1-1. The Travs had set up to play some small ball here in the first inning with a sacrifice bunt. Did not lead to the run, but a couple of base hits off the right field fence that brought home 2. The 1-1 to Pauley. Little nubber off the end of the bat. Squibbing foul along the third base line. Brian Snyder charges in and makes sure to push the ball further foul before it rolled along that cut of the grass and changed direction. Would have rolled into fair territory before too long. Travs playing some pepper with the right field wall against the last 2 at-bats. Brown off the right center field fence. Wilson off the right field wall. It's only 333 feet to where Wilson hit the ball from home plate to dead right field, and where Brown hit it was about 360. Short porch here in Raywinder Field in right, a little deeper at left and left center. Bradley's 1-2 to Pauley is upstairs, ball 2. Pauley, a big RBI man in the Angels system. He's got 30 runs batted in, which would rank second on the Arkansas roster if he had played his whole season with the Travs, which started the year at Rancho Cucamonga, where he knocked in 16 runs. The 2-2 pitch, reached out, tapped it to shallow left center. It'll fall in, and another base hit. Wilson comes home, and the throw goes to second base. 3-0 Arkansas as Matt Pally makes his 3 consecutive 2-out RBI hits. Jason Espedo coming up next. As the Travs are broken out for 3 runs on 4 base hits here in the first inning. Tough frame for David Bradley. Bradley had won his previous 2 games, beating Springfield each time 5-3 at Hammond Field on May 24th, and then beating the Cardinals 12-6 on May the 29th. Catcher Suzuki heads to the hill for a chat with Bradley. Bradley started his career as a 14th round pick by the Cincinnati Reds in 1999, last 3 years with the Reds before being released and picked up by the Washington Wild Things in the Independent Frontier League in Washington, Pennsylvania. In 2 years with the Brewers, he's in his first season with the A's, having a tough time in his first game against the Arkansas Travelers. Here's a Speedo left-hander. Bradley's pitch is a fastball missing tight and high, ball 1. Speedo sat out yesterday, one of the few games he has sat since the month of May began. 6 homers, 14 RBIs in the month of May. Want to know the count, and the pitch from Bradley. Low and inside again, causing his catcher Suzuki to really lean out and backhand that. And Suzuki's going to step in front of the plate and join his pitching coach Jim Kaufman on the hill. Kaufman walking briskly to the pitcher's mound as Bradley right now doesn't seem to be very comfortable. It looks like the RockHounds are going to get somebody warming up in the bullpen shortly. Justin Crowder has emerged from the dugout, jogs down the warning track to the visiting bullpen. And a bullpen catcher is just about ready to start catching him. Jeff Usick is strapped on the gear, as both of the RockHound catchers, Morris and Suzuki, are in the lineup today. Bradley's shortest appearance as a starter was just 4 innings. That was his first game in the starting rotation back on April the 29th, and pitched well. Only allowed 2 hits and no runs in 4 innings and a no decision. But here, it's a much different reason. They were trying to get his pitch count stretched out back in late April, but today, David Bradley may not have his best stuff. Nobody warming up yet. The Crowder's out there. He'll be ready to go just in case. Kaufman leaves Bradley on the hill to a 2-0 situation with Jason Espedo batting and Matt Pauley at first. 3 runs in. Pitch on the way to Espedo. Swung on, fouled straight back into the chicken wire mesh fence. 2-1. Balls a strike on Espedo. Pitch on the way. Fly ball foul down the left side, way in the air and way out of play. Goes over to the North Point Volvo patio, and the count goes to 2-2 against the 7-hitter Espedo. Espedo batting .287 this year, 9 homers, 7 of them here at Little Rock. Espedo, classic Ray Winder Field hitter, to take advantage of that short right field fence. Open stance, waiting for Bradley, and the 2-2 comes outside, ball 3. 3 straight hits after Brandon Wood popped out with Aaron Peel at third base. Matt Brown, an RBI single off the right center wall. Bobby Wilson doubled to right, forcing Brown home, and then Pauley singles to bring in Wilson. Now the 3-2 runner going. Espedo, a foul ball over the third base roof, and we'll do it again. You'd have to go back quite a while for the last time Arkansas had a 3-run lead. And I'm just really not even sure when the last 3-run lead they had was. But it's certainly been about a week, maybe more. Another payoff pitch. Another foul ball over to the bleachers at third base, and it hits the wholesale building and bounces into the last row of the bleachers. Count remaining full on Jason Espedo. He and David Bradley in a full-on battle. See if this first inning can't continue for the Arkansas Travelers. David Gates on deck, the 8-hitter. Pauley left alone by the first baseman. Spanos plays behind him. Big gap up the middle for the lefty. Espedo pumping the bat. The pitch. High, ball 4. First walk of the inning, and that'll bring David Gates up. Gates strides into the batter's box, the DH today. Grabs a handful of dirt in his batting glove. Rubs it up. Grabs that bat again, takes a practice swing. Surveys the situation, seeing Paulie at second and Espedo at first. 2 outs, 3 runs home. Bradley quietly sets. Gates holding the bat above his head. Pitch on the way to the righty. And a slider misses outside, ball 1. Gates batted yesterday as the right fielder and hit in the 6th hole. Finished 0 for 4 with striking out 3 times. Had a chance for a hit, but Brian Savitsky made a sliding catch in right field for the out. Gates is granted timeout. He backs away. 12 runs batted in for Gator. He's homered 4 times. Suzuki just looking for a strike. He sets up down the middle. Here it is. A fastball backing Gates, not just away from the plate, but limboing underneath that pitch. A 2-0 count on the 8-hitter. Bradley has allowed 4 consecutive men to reach, and now Crowder gets up, and the Midland lefty will start to throw in the visiting bullpen. 2-0 pitch to Gates. Check swing, called strike inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 the count on Gates. Bacon on deck. Bradley's night is in jeopardy. Imagine a couple of more base hits. Bradley may get the quick hook. 2-1 to Gates, standing tall in the box. Here it is. Swing, ground ball outside third. Foul to the visiting bullpen. One of the Midland pitchers. Make sure to keep Crowder safe. Well, he figures Crowder may have to come into the ball game soon. 2-2 on David Gates. 3 runs home for Arkansas. A chance for a lot more. Bradley checks on Paulie at second. Kicks. The 2-2 is nubbed foul. A little bleeder stopping along the third base railing as Gates chased the breaking pitch that Bradley's had some trouble throwing strikes with. Gates taps the bat of the plate, wheels it around. Bradley staring for the sign from Suzuki. Off of second, Paulie. Off of first, Espedo. Nobody holding them on. Now Bradley finds what he wants. Puts the hands together. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called with a breaking ball that bent at the knees. And a nice pitch. That's probably the best pitch Bradley threw all inning. For the Travs in the first 3 runs on 4 base hits. 2 men left, and Arkansas takes a 3-0 lead heading into the second inning. You're listening to Texas League Baseball on 550 KTRS and 1380 KDXE.
In 1998, New York City marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around, but the error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now was to sprint to make up for lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, "Too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out." He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division, but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life when we make a wrong turn. But when we discover that it was a wrong turn, the wise person changes direction.
Cotton candy here. Get your cod. Any peanuts? No. Hot dog? Slushies? Nada.
Camel corn?
No. Can I get something other than cotton candy?
Pink of blue, mister. Pink of blue.
Variety is a good thing, especially when it comes to orthopedic services. That's why Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas provide the most comprehensive orthopedic care the state has to offer. From outpatient procedures to rehabilitation and prevention. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 227-8478 and get back to the things you love.
Actually, I do have peanuts.
Really?
Nah, just kidding.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Brent Colamarino will lead it off for the RockHounds here in the second inning. Wasn't even in the original starting lineup. And here he is batting fifth and taking a pitch for a strike on the low outside corner, and that'll make it 0-1. Nick Green, in his second inning at Double-A, delivers a change, and Colamarino swings and misses, strike two. On deck for the RockHounds is Brian Savitsky, originally batting fifth and apparently is now batting sixth. 0-2 is into the dirt. Ball one on Brant Colamarino. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the RockHounds first baseman, who yesterday was 1 for 3, walking twice, scoring 2 runs. Send to a pitch, a pop-up right next to second base, Brandon Wood, waiting for it to come down, and he makes the catch. Had to reach behind him. He misjudged it a little bit, but makes it, and there's 1 away. Now Brian Savitsky is coming up to the batter's box, the designated hitter. Into the on-deck circle for the RockHounds is Matt Allegra, and so Brian Snyder apparently is not batting seventh. For those who may just be tuning in, we were handed a lineup before the ball game, which is completely wrong for the Midland RockHounds. There's about 7 different spots in the lineup than when we were originally given. Called strike two, Savitsky over the outside corner. Making changes in the lineup is the manager's prerogative. He runs the team. You got to let people know about the changes. The 0-1 is a called strike, and that'll make it 0-2. I know the RockHounds fans are listening to this. It's not the first time it's happened. Savitsky hitting was 2 for 4 yesterday in his first game back in the Texas League, and pitch outside from Green makes ball 1. Savitsky had batted .239 with 2 homers and 8 runs batted in at AAA Sacramento. The 1-2 to the lefty bounced back to the mound. Nice play by Nick Green, leaping up and bringing in that chopper and flips to first for the out. Here comes Matt Allegra, the center fielder. Into the on-deck circle for the RockHounds goes Kevin Melillo, who wasn't even in the original starting lineup. Green's pitch to Allegra is low for ball 1. Allegra hitting .317, 5 homers, 19 runs batted in. And Green's 1-0 pitch is a fastball fouled in the air over first to right field. A long run for Jason Espedo. He couldn't get there. It hit the top of the bullpen mound and bounced over the Travs bullpen bench. 1 ball, 1 strike on Matt Allegra. 3-0 Arkansas here in the second inning. Nobody on for the 7-hitting Allegra. Green looking sharp here over the first 7 batters he's faced. 1 ball, 1 strike to the righty. The pitch, fastball, strike, inside corner. 1-2. Allegra yesterday got things going for the Hounds with a solo homer in the second. He would score 3 times. The 1-2 pitch, swinging a tip, but Wilson holds on to the foul ball. And the second inning comes to a close with Nick Green's first Double-A strikeout. The Hounds go down in order. 3-0 Arkansas heading into the bottom of the second, now on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in central, north central, and northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious selections from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin-Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone, nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Moving along into the bottom of the second inning, 3-0 Arkansas. Dwayne Bacon leads off. He was the only man not to come to the plate in the second inning. Didn't come to the plate in the first inning, pardon me. Switch hitter will bat lefty against David Bradley. First pitch of the inning to Bacon. We'll pop it up. Left side of the infield, charging into Silly Spanos. Right next to the catcher's area. He'll bring it in for out number 1. That'll bring in Aaron Peel to the batter's box. He'll start of the first inning for the Travs with a double past third base, and he would score on a base hit by Matt Brown to right center. Wind up by Bradley and a pitch to Peel. A breaking ball, missing low, ball 1. Peel 4 for 19 in this homestand. Righty batting 244 in the air. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball strike outside corner, 1-1. On the way. Foul ball in the air over first. That gets out of play. Strike 2. On deck, Eric Rodland. Bradley seems to have settled down a little bit ever since that stretch of 4 consecutive men reaching last inning. 1-2 pitch to Peel. Swing and a miss. Nice slider by Bradley. Good lateral movement on it. Second strikeout. 2 outs to bring up Eric Rodland. Rodland put down a sac bunt last inning. Didn't necessarily lead to a run. Pitch to the lefty low. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a good chance that Eric Rodland will be the starting second baseman in the Texas League All-Star Game, which is here in Little Rock on June 20th, brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union. The 1-0, rinsing up high, ball 2. Rodland's batting average leading all second basemen in the North Division. Donnie Murphy of Wichita, along with Matt McCree of Tulsa, Jared Hoffpower of Springfield, as Rodland fouls it back, making it 2-1. None of those 3 second basemen have made a big statement that they should be starting at second base when the All-Star Game is played here in Little Rock. So expect to see Eric getting the nod in the Texas League Midseason Classic. 2-1 pitch to Rodland. Just off the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on for the Travs second baseman. windup, and Bradley delivers 3-1. Rodland swings a high fly, hits pretty well into left center. Matt Allegra, however, tracks it down and makes the running catch. And it's 3 up and 3 down in Arkansas's half of the second inning. We'll go to the third, 3-0 Arkansas. You're listening to Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
The romance begins at Cupid's. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donaghy Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway, 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Perham in Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Trans games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne Winder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne Winder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Kevin Melillo leads off the third inning for the RockHounds, 3-0 Travelers. Melillo, the 8-hitter for Midland, not in the original starting lineup, but yesterday went a couple of base hits, including a 3-run homer and a bases-loaded walk as well to drive in 4. Pitch from Nick Green is a called strike. Green has set down the last 6 batters ever since he walked the first man to face. His 0-1 fastball missed outside, 1-1 on Melillo, followed by Ronnie Merrill and Jed Morris. With a 1-1 pitch coming from Green, popped up behind the plate. Bobby Wilson over to the backstop, and he has room. He makes the catch and then goes belly up into the railing for out number 1. Ronnie Merrill coming up next for the Midland RockHounds, the number 9 batter. One of the few members of the original starting 9 for the RockHounds from 2 hours ago that is actually in the same spot. He was 0 for 5 yesterday, reaching on an error in the second inning. Switch hitter will bat from the left side. Merrill hitting .250 on the year. Nick Green winds, and just as he was about to throw the pitch, timeout is called. Now the first pitch to Merrill. He's right down the middle for a strike from Nick Green. 0-1 pitch coming from Nick. Fastball fouled back. Looks like Green's got a nice fastball with a little late movement on it. Hasn't really had to show his changeup all that often yet. 0-2. Merrill followed by Morris. Here's Green's pitch. The changeup is away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Green very long and lean, long legs. He gets a nice push off. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball, and that's the second strikeout for Nick Green. 8 consecutive batters retired. The 21-year-old native of Tipton, Georgia. Out of the top of the order, and Jed Morris. Green, over the previous 2 seasons, is only 2 years in pro ball. 7 wins, 6 losses, 3.73 ERA. Here's a pitch, and Morris will foul it back, strike 1. Really nothing that makes Green stand out, I think, at least numbers-wise, but looking at his body and how he's built, The scouts would call Green projectable. Look at what he'll look like in 5 years. He'll be a pitcher. The 0-1. Line drive to right. That'll be the first base hit of the game for the Midland RockHounds, and Jed Morris extends a hitting streak to 15 games in a row. Green is listed when he was drafted at 180 pounds. And he has put on 20 pounds since he was first drafted, so that's 20 pounds in 2 years. I imagine he still has a little bit of more room to fill out, maybe another 10 to 15 pounds, and perhaps that may help him with some stamina as you get later on in the season. I mean, Green has not pitched all that much in pro ball over 3 seasons. He's appeared in just 54 games. This is the 55th. Now Suzuki, the batter, right-hander, pitch on the way from Green. It's low, ball 1. Green last year, Cedar Rapids, 3.58 ERA, shuttling between the rotation and the bullpen. 2 saves. Struck out 74 in 102 thirds innings. Here's the 1-0. Suzuki, a foul ball over the first base roof, strike 1. 3-0 Arkansas, top of the third. Travs attempting to finish off a 7-game win streak. A 7-game losing streak. A 7-game win streak would be nice. Let's go one at a time. Travs have not even had a 3-game win streak this year. 1-1 pitch. Line drive over third, a base hit. Going down the left field line, Aaron Peel is able to cut it off. There goes Morris to third. He holds. And into second, Suzuki with a stand-up double. Suzuki has now had a base hit in 8 consecutive games. And the 3-hitter Travis Buck will come to the plate. So Green hadn't allowed a base hit against the first 9 men he faced, but hits by the previous 2 batters, Morris and Suzuki. Here comes Travis Buck. Buck lined into center in the first inning. The ball was dropped by Dwayne Bacon staring into the sun, but he was able to get a force out at second base anyway. Green sets and deals, and it's a broken bat ground ball to the hole at first, picked up by Matt Pauley. Green covers, and Pauley flips to Green for the out, and that'll get the Travs out of the third inning. Midland, no runs, 2 hits. The Hounds ran 2 in scoring position. Bottom of the third on the way, and it's 3-0 Travelers. Back after this on 550 KTRS and 1380 KDXE.
Make your plans now to see the best racing under the lights at Texas Motor Speedway, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. You won't want to miss another incredible finish like this one from 2002.
Here we come once again. It's going to be at the line. The winner's going to be Sam Ornick Jr. by 96 thousandths of a second.
The Oak Creek Homes qualifying day for the IRL and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be Thursday, June 8th. On Friday, June 9th, David Starr, Dennis Setzer, Todd Boda, and the rest of the Craftsman Truck Series will go door to door and heat up the asphalt in the Samstown 400. But the weekend would not be complete without the fearless drivers of the Indy Racing League at speeds over 200 miles per hour in the Bombardier Learjet 500 Saturday night, June 10th. Could it be Dan Weldon, Sam Hornish Jr., Tony Kanaan, or Danica Patrick claiming the Texas victory? Don't miss the action under the lights. Call 817-215-8500 or visit TexasMotorspeedway.com. Texas Motor Speedway, celebrating 10 years strong.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
We are Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
Brandon Wood will lead off the third for the Arkansas Travelers. Travs grabbing a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first. David Bradley has retired 4 consecutive batters. Meanwhile, Nick Green in his Double-A debut with 3 shutout innings against one of the top-hitting teams in the Texas League. Midland was scored 267 runs, which is 4th most in the league. But Green, no runs over 3 innings. Here's Wood, who popped up in the first, followed by Matt Brown and Bobby Wilson. Bradley will go from the windup, and the right-hander's pitch is over the outside corner for a called strike. Wood was homered twice during this homestand, waiting for the 0-1. And a slider in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of breaking pitches from Bradley. Sliders thrown at almost the same sort of break. Late break, not sweeping, more darting towards the low outside corner. A 1-1 pitch to Wood. A fastball that just missed high, ball 2. Two and one on Brandon. He's deep in the box, leaning back and forth. 2-1 from Bradley, fouled away. Over the roof, 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Travelers shortstop. We estimated Wood's home run over the scoreboard at about 450, 470 feet yesterday. Ty Boykin has brought up the name Titus Meadows, who with Wichita 3 years ago belted a home run that may have gone further. The left center here at Raywinder, which is 400 feet away. The 2-2 pitch. Wood swings, lines a base hit to left. And so Brandon Wood extends a hit streak to 9 with a leadoff single in the 3rd inning. You got that screen monster here at Raywinder Field that stretches from all the way past the right field corner into center and then curving around the center field fence into left center field. And it's about a 60-foot fence tall all the way. And if you're going to hit a ball over that fence into left center field, and it's about 400 feet, into left center here at Raywinder, add that 60 feet tall. I mean, that's a ball that's got to go at least 470 feet, at least. And Meadows may have actually hit it further than Wood. But here's Matt Brown, and they'll throw to first base. Almost thrown away by Bradley, but Wood dove back in, and Colin Marino, the first baseman, really leaping up on his tiptoes to bring that wild throw down. Brown made it a 1-0 score in the first, driving Aaron Peel in with a base hit off the right center field wall. Only got a single out of it. Matt Allegra fielded it nicely off the wooden wall. Now a pitch to Brown, and a fastball from Bradley, low, ball 1. Brown now with 14 hits in his last 10 games, driving in 7. Wood leaning away from first. The stretch, Bradley's 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2. And it looks like where Bradley has had most of his trouble is pitching in the stretch. He was pitching in the stretch for the entire first inning. He didn't have anybody reach in the second. And now he's throwing 2 pitches pretty far out of the strike zone to Brown after Wood singled. Righty set. Now the 2-0 pitch. Fastball fouled back by Brown, going at a pitch that may have been a little low and inside, but may be in Brown's wheelhouse. He likes to turn on those pitches that are a little down and in. 2 balls, 1 strike on Matt Brown. Bradley this year allowing a .280 batting average with runners on base. 229 with nobody on. So certainly looks like he's by the numbers. There goes Wood running. The pitch up high. Suzuki double clutches the throw, and Wood has a steal. 3 balls, 1 strike on Brown. A pretty good pitch to throw on for a catcher. A high fastball helping Suzuki get out of his catcher stance. But he double clutched the throw and was a little bit offline. Even a perfect throw would not have caught Wood, who steals his 6th base of the year. And Wood trying to catch his breath in a cloud of dust. Anytime you slide at Raywinder Field, you're going to kick up about as much dust as an 18-wheeler on Interstate 30. Perhaps Wood might want to slide into second base wearing a face mask next time. 3-1 pitch. Swing, a fly ball, left center. Hanging in the air for Matt Allegra to measure it. Wood tagging at second. Allegra makes the catch. Wood will try for third. Allegra has a hose. The throw is not in time, but it was close. Aggressive base running play by Brandon Wood to get into third base on the first out of the inning. Allegra, and the RockHound fans listening in, you know Matt Allegra may have the strongest arm in the Texas League. It's really what makes him a good ball player. He's an outstanding outfielder, good in center, good range, but that arm is accurate, and he throws it hard. But Wood just beats the throw. It was about a foot up the third base line. The infield comes in with Bobby Wilson batting. 3-0 Arkansas. Here's the pitch from Bradley. And Wilson had to turn away from it. High and tight, ball one. Wilson cracked an RBI double in the first inning, which brought home Brown for a 2-0 lead. Got the entire first base line to work with. The 1-0 pitch, again having to back away, high and tight from Bradley, ball two. Wilson, who was the hottest hitter on the ball club during the month of May, batted .342. 2-0 pitch, slider, strike one. That may have been one of the better pitches Bradley has thrown, a late breaking slider that crossed the inside corner. That's an unhittable pitch. I just got to step back and take it and hope for something better the next one. 2 balls and a strike on Wilson. And Bradley's next offering is hit in the air to left field, right towards Travis Buck. He'll charge in, still come in, and make the catch. Wood will fake the tag. Buck loads up and fires to the cutoff man. And Wood will hold at third base. Wilson unable to bring home Wood, and now Matt Pauley will try to do it. Pauley delivered in a 2-out situation in the first, driving a single to left center to bring Wilson in. 3-0 Arkansas. Bradley trying to keep it from going to 4-zip. Righty Bradley versus left-handed Pauley, whose RBI in the first is 31st of the year between Rancho and Arkansas. Here's a pitch to Matt. Check swing. The pitch, a strike on the inside corner, said the plate umpire. 0-1. All 3 Traveler runs scored in the first with 2 outs. Pauley a 2-out chance here. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, a fly ball to the gap in right center. Sprinting in is Morris. He dives, collides with Allegra, the center fielder. And I'm not sure if they made the catch or not. The umpire hasn't signaled. Wood has come home to score. Pauley is circling the bases. Now he gets up and shows the ball. The umpire still has not made a call. As Pauley comes home, he'll touch the plate. Let's see what's happened here, folks. Both the outfielders are up, and that was scary because Allegra and Morris went full bore into each other, diving for it at the same time. We still have had no signal from our first base umpire whose call it is. And apparently he may have made the catch. Well, umpire, did he make the catch or not? Well, the RockHounds are jogging in from the outfield, and the Travelers are getting out of the dugout to go to their position. So apparently that ball was caught by, I think that was by Allegra. Nobody ever made any signal as to who made the catch, but the good news also is that the Matt Allegra and Jed Morris are just fine, and there's a good chance they might not have been. So the Travs do not score in the third inning. 1 hit, 1 man stranded. You can breathe easier, folks. Jed Morris and Matt Allegra are okay. We'll take a break and return on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
From the hilltops of Atlanta to the California sand. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah. I'm a burrito in every
Most burritos
2834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's at North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-tank trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Black Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh?
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Into the 4th inning, 3-0 Arkansas. Vasily Spanos took the first pitch for a called strike and then fouls the next one out of play. When Nick Green gets ahead with 2 quick strikes. Got back a little bit late from that commercial break. Ran to make sure that Jed Morris and Matt Allegra were okay after crashing into each other on a catch that Allegra made in right center field, robbing an RBI from Matt Pauley. It's an 0-2 to Spanos, and he fouls it straight back, still 0-2. Spanos, the cleanup batter, fly to center, back in the 1st inning. Grant Colamarino on deck, and then it'll be Brian Stavisky. Green's 2-strike pitch, hit in the air towards right field, hit it high, not that deep. Speedo measures it and makes the catch in front of the gravel track for out number 1. Here are the totals after 3. RockHounds, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. They've stranded 3. Arkansas, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, with 3 men left. Here's Brant Colamarino. The Midland first baseman popped out in the 2nd inning. Left-hander opens the stance, goes after a change and misses. Strike 1. Colamarino yesterday on base 3 times, but didn't reach until his 3rd at-bat, keying that 5-run 6th inning with a base hit off of first base. Green's delivery is inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind up pitch, strike 2, outside half. Well, Nick Green working quickly. He really doesn't even take any time between pitches. He kicks and delivers the 1-2, and a changeup fouled at the plate. See some pitchers that after they throw, they'll walk around the pitcher's mound, collect their thoughts, and go through a routine, take their time. Other pitchers, it seems like Green is this kind of pitcher. He just likes to get up there, get the sign, and heave. The 1-2 heave inside, ball 2. Green has struck out 2, and the 2-2 pitch, backing Colamarino away with a fastball at his shoes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just the 2nd full count gone by Green. Payoff pitch. Change up, fouled over the 3rd base bleachers. Nobody on for Colamarino. 1 out. RockHounds had their first batter reach base. A walk in the 1st inning, but only 2 men have reached since. 3-2 pitch from Green. Bouncing ball, outside first, foul. 3 foul balls here in the sequence for Colamarino, and he's forcing Green to go to 9 pitches. Nick Green only threw 9 pitches to get 3 outs in the 2nd inning. He's going to throw 9 pitches to try to get the 2nd out here in the 4th. And the payoff to Colamarino. Outside, ball 4. Went back to that changeup. Colamarino lays off and works the 2nd walk for a RockHound batter today. Midland leads the league by walking 242 times. No other Texas League team has walked even as many as 198. Suzuki standing in. Bounce to the mound for an out in inning number 2. Left-hand batter hits in the 4th with Colin Marino at first base. Paulie holding him on. Pitch. Fastball from Green, low, ball 1. And a lot more comfortable right now. Slowly but surely, nightfall settles in. Skies begin to darken. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on that Green changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 o'clock tomorrow, the Travs host Midland to finish off the series. We're expecting high skies, 89 degrees game time tomorrow. 1-1 to Suzuki. Low into the dirt. Nice dig by Bobby Wilson. And Colin Marino holds on ball 2. Pitching matchup tomorrow afternoon. Daniel Davidson for the Travelers. Davidson has struggled. 1-5. Left-hander has a 5.51 ERA. Brad Knox for the RockHounds. 3-1 record. 2-1 pitch. A fastball inside to Suzuki. 3-1. Jim Elder Good Sport Fund presenting the Kids Clinic tomorrow afternoon starting at 12:45. Gates open 12:30. First 200 kids to the Kids Clinic receive a free Travs baseball. 3-1 to Suzuki is off the outside corner. And Green has walked 2 men in a row. Wilson walks the ball out to Green. And will try to settle down the young right-hander. It's been a whirlwind for Green, as he usually is, anytime a player is promoted to the next level. He was informed of his promotion 2 days ago by Bobby Mitchell, the Rancho Cucamonga manager, and didn't get to Little Rock until after the game yesterday. In fact, Green was introducing himself to some of his teammates in the clubhouse after the loss to Midland. And then got to find the hotel, and what do you know, there he is pitching today. Matt Allegra in there, a slider, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Plus Green pitching in front of friends and family. He's been cheering through him throughout the night. It's an 0-1 to the right-hander. Allegra looks at the slider, and that just missed a little bit. Inside, 1-1. Colin Marino and Suzuki, the base runners. No hits here in the 4th, but 2 walks, 1 out. A 3-0 lead for the Arkansas Travelers. Green pitch. Fouled back by Allegra on a home run swing. Strike 2. Allegra struck out in the 2nd inning. 35th strikeout in 28 games. 1-2 pitch. Foul back. He tried to really use that bat as a defensive weapon as he ducked away from that pitch, which came at his chin. The bat came up and fouled the ball off. Allegra 1 for 24 at Single-A Stockton before coming up. But he's in his 4th year in the Texas League. A 1-2 pitch. Swing, a fly ball left center, falling, a base hit. Colin Marino rounds and scores. Suzuki wants third base. No one's covering at third, and the throw won't be in time anyway. Allegra with a 1-out single to drive home the first Midland run. And now Ken Patterson, the Arkansas pitching coach, emerges from the dugout, and he'll go visit Nick Green. So Allegra's run batted in makes it 3-1 Midland. That's RBI number 20 for Allegra. 3 consecutive RockHound batters reaching. You see Green is starting to struggle against these seasoned hitters. Green has set down 8 of the first 9 men he's faced. But of the last 7 batters that Green has faced, 5 have reached base. Morris and Suzuki with 2-out singles in the 3rd. Green got out of the inning, inducing Buck's ground out. And after Spano slid to right to start the 4th inning, Green walked Colin Marino and Suzuki, and then Allegra singles on the 2-strike pitch. So here's Melillo, left-hand batter, homered yesterday. First and 3rd, 1 out, and Green coming home. A fastball outside, 1-0. Melillo, a .264 batting average. That's before his foul out in the third inning. He has hit 4 home runs, 24 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch is flied into left field, sending Aaron Peel back. He'll measure it and make the catch. The tagging from third is Suzuki, and he'll score to make it a 1-run game. Peel's throw goes to second, keeping the tying run Allegra at first. Sacrifice fly by Melillo, and 2 runs are home in the fourth for the RockHounds. Now Ronnie Merrill stands in with Allegra at first. Merrill, switch hitter, struck out in the third. The last strikeout for Green, second of the game. Throw to first base, Allegra almost got his feet caught as he sidestepped into the bag, but he got back in there anyway. Green attempting to hold a lead through 4 innings. Dwindled from 3 to 1-run lead. And the pitch to Merrill. Swing and a miss, a fastball right by him. Strike 1. Won the count on Merrill. 0 for 6 in the series. Short lead by Allegra. Green pitch. Swing and a foul tip off Bobby Wilson. Strike 2. Merrill, .250 average, 2 homers. Target on the outside corner. The pitch fouled in the air over third. And that'll get out of play, keeping it 0-2. Those 2 walks by Green here in the fourth come back to haunt him. Both men that walk, Marino and Stavisky, have scored. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just off the corner, perhaps low as well. Ball 1. Green slowing things down to the man on base. He sets, delivers 1-2. Change up, grounded to short. Brandon Wood has bounced up on him. He recovers, and his throw to second will not be in time. That was nothing more than a bad hop towards Brandon Wood. Took that bad hop off the lip of the grass and bounced into the right above his chest, under his neck. An error goes up on the scoreboard. Really not much that Wood could have done about that. He did stay in front of it, but the ball still got him right under the neck. He's okay. First and second for the Hounds on the error. Moore's the batter. First pitch up high, ball 1. Error number 13 on Wood. Maybe the toughest he's been called for this year. Morris has walked and singled. Pitch. Fly ball, right center, very high, not deep. Dwayne Bacon has it measured, and he'll reach up and make the catch. The fourth inning comes to a close. 2-run score for the RockHounds on 1 base hit, 1 error, 2 men stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and it's Arkansas 3, Midland 2. This is Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discount you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Get out today and hit the links. Stone Links. Stone Lakes Golf Course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state, sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Lakes has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Lakes features reasonable green speeds and 18 lake-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Lakes or visit online at stonelakes.net.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom 4, 3-2. Arkansas leading Midland. Travs scored 3 times in the first inning. Midland puts up 2 in the fourth. Phil Elson with you on 2 frequencies tonight. KCR at 550 AM in Midland and 1380 KDXE in Sherwood, Arkansas. Jason Espino leads off the fourth. Batter of the third was Matt Pauley, whose line drive to right center was caught by Matt Allegra, diving in to Jed Morris and keeping Brandon Wood stranded on the base path. So Espino, who walked in the first, faces the righty Bradley. Bradley allowed 4 hits and 3 runs, plus a walk in the first, but only 1 base runner since. Espino will take the first pitch low, and it makes it a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Espino followed by David Gates and Dwayne Bacon. Bradley with a 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded to second base. And right there is Melillo to field it and throw for the out. One away, Gates coming up. We'll check the Texas League scores on the Southwest Airlines out or down scoreboard this inning. And see what's going on. Tulsa 2, Corpus Christi 1, 4th inning. Drillers outfielder Jordan Zarnicki homering for the 6th time this year. Drillers began today with a 1-game lead over Springfield, while Corpus Christi took a half game in front of the Hounds. Gates called out on strikes back in the first inning, and here's Bradley's pitch. Gates fouls it back, hits the net, goes to the roof, strike 1. Springfield has put up 6 runs over the first 4 innings at Frisco. And Rich Rundles has held the Riders to 3 hits and no runs through 4. 6-0 Cardinals at Frisco in the 4th. 0-1 to Gates. Slider low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wichita scored 3 times in the first inning against Ryan Fearbend of San Antonio. Wranglers 3, Missions 1 4th inning at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. 1-1 pitch to David Gates. Another slider in the dirt, ball 2, 2-1. Gates 1 hit in his last 15 at-bats over the course of this homestand. That 1 hit, a solo homer against Frisco. 2-1 pitch, low, ball 3. Remember, Bradley hasn't walked anybody since Espino took a base on balls in the first. And it's rare that Bradley walks many batters. His season high is 3 walks in a game. He's done that 3 times. Bradley winds, and the 3-1 to Gates. And it's outside, ball 4. Went to that slider instead of giving in with a fastball. And with a man on base, here's Dwayne Bacon. Bacon popped up on the first pitch he saw in the second inning. Bacon 3 for his last 29. 1 out, 1 on. Bacon batting from the left side. Third baseman Spanos draws in. Middle infielders communicating. Here's a pitch to Bacon. A strike over the outside corner. Bacon's average falling to around 215 at the moment. Batting in the 9 hole for the fifth consecutive game. Here's Bradley's 0-1. Bacon tried to turn on it, but fouled off the catcher's mask. Strike two. Read it to Arkansas here in the fourth. You Midland listeners, Bob Hart will be back for your upcoming series. Tending to family business over the weekend. I'm Phil Elson, happy to help out the RockHounds, especially my good friend Bob Hart, who's one of the class acts amongst the broadcasters in the Texas League, or any other minor league for that matter. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Very high, ball one. Gates at first, taking a short lead. Slowly walks off the base. Colin Marino reaching out. Bradley reading the sign from Suzuki. Double play depth by the infield for the Hounds. Bacon choking up. The 1-2 pitch from Bradley into the dirt, and there goes Gates for second base. Suzuki recovers and throws, but doesn't get it out. Gates to second on a wild pitch. And it's 2-2. It's going to change that. Official score said he saw Gates moving just as the pitch came out of Bradley's hand. So instead of a wild pitch, just call it a delayed steal. First steal of the year for Gator. The 2-2 to Bacon. Fouled straight back as he went after a high fastball. Steal for Gates on a pitch in the dirt. One out. 2-2 count on Bacon with Aaron Peel on deck. Trav's trying to grab back at least one of the runs that the RockHounds scored at the top of the fourth. They've scored twice. Bradley checking on Gates. The pitch to Dwayne in the dirt, bounces to the right. Gates will try for third. He'll get there. That's a wild pitch for sure. The eighth thrown by Bradley this year. He's thrown a lot of sliders into the dirt, but just now it has started to hurt his chances here in this ballgame. Vaughn Hayes brings the infield up. Spanos, Merrill, Melillo, and Colamarino will all try for the out at home. Gates, the runner at third. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Bacon. Even the outfield draws in a little bit. Bradley takes a long look for the sign, finds it, set. Here's the payoff to Bacon. Swing, a pop-up, first base foul territory. Colamarino up against the fence, but it's 7 rows deep. Foul ball. Bacon's driven in 15 runs this year. He's had 1 sacrifice fly. And it does look like he's trying to put some air under the baseball. Possibly get it over that drawn-up infield. 3-2. 1 out. Gates ready to charge from third. Bradley's next payoff pitch is low, and he walks him. Second walk in a row, third of the game for Bradley. Justin Crowder was warming up in the first inning as Bradley was forced to face 8 batters. We haven't had a Midland pitcher warming up since the first. As we go to the top of the Arkansas order for the third time, here's Aaron Peel. Peel, a double and a run on the first, struck out in the second on a slider. Crowder starts to throw again in the pen. Midland lefty on the hump for the second time. First and third, 1 out. Pitch to Peel, low, ball 1. Peel has hit into 4 double plays this year, so there's a good chance that Dwayne Bacon, who is the league leader with 18 steals, will be running during this at-bat. And for nothing else, just to stay out of the double play. Bradley ready. Peel waiting. Good lead for Bacon, but he stays, and Peel takes a pitch in the dirt. It was dug out by Kurt Suzuki. He was working very hard. Two balls and no strikes on Aaron Peel. This is a hitter's pitch, but Bradley instead will fake a throw to third and look Bacon back. Bacon did lean towards second on that fake throw, but Bradley elected not to fire to first. Bacon measuring his lead. 4.5 steps. Gates foul grounds at third, coming in. And the 2-0, Bacon running. Swing a chopper to short. Merrill will field it and fire to first, and he gets the out to retire Peel, but Gates scores from third base, and that'll make an Arkansas lead 4-2. That was a tailor-made double play ball unless there was a hit and run, and that's exactly what Ty Boykin called. So a good move by the Traveler manager to not only stay out of the double play, but bring a run home. So now it's Bacon at second for Eric Rodlin. Rodlin has dropped down a sacrifice bunt and fly to center field. Bradley's pitch fouled off in the air over the third base seats, out of play, strike one. Bradley has allowed 4 runs in 3 2/3 innings, all runs earned. It is just the second time in his last 5 starts that he's given up 4 or more runs. Allowed 5 runs last time out. Bacon trying for third as Rodlin turns on a pitch, but grounds right to second. Melillo makes the play, wheels around, almost threw it away. Nicola Marino reaching out to make that grab, and the Arkansas Travelers bring home 1 run here in the 4th inning with no base hits, no errors, and a man stranded at second. Through 4 innings, the Arkansas Travelers 4 and the Midland RockHounds 2. You're listening to Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KZXE.
Want to buy a new car? Take a free vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? Use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolute no fee. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan with the Arkansas Federal Visa Plastic Credit Card. No check, no hassle. Apply online at amcu.org or call 988-1000.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was engineered in. I would not. Well, no, think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero to taste. Can you say? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. Next launch. Next launch. Coke. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him, the human encyclopedia of knowledge from the horse racing football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was much more than sport. He also helped to help kids, and that's why his family put Jim Elder Good Sports Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life, sports like RPI baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on at Arkansas, the Jim Elder Good Sports Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
4 innings complete, heading into the 5th. Arkansas 4, Midland 2. RockHounds coming up in the 5th inning against Nick Green, sending the 2-batter Kurt Suzuki to lead off. Travis Buck and Vasily Spanos will follow. Green had 3 easy innings and 1 rocky frame. 4th inning allowing 2 runs with a couple of walks, a single and a sacrifice fly to bring in the run. Suzuki begins the 5th, hit the ball hard twice, 1 for 2. Pitch from Green, is popped up, but out of play on the first base side, strike one. Have a look at the Southwest Airlines Major League scoreboard this inning. And see what is happening in the American and the National League. First of the final scores. First of a doubleheader at Atlanta, and the Diamondbacks won it 4-2. 0-1 to Suzuki. Curve, low and away, ball one. González defeating John Smoltz. Julio saving his third. 2 homers by the Diamondbacks, Orlando Hudson and Chad Tracy. Tracy with his 10th, Hudson number 2. 1-1 pitch, missing low, 2 balls, 1 strike. San Francisco beat the Mets today in the first game of a double dip, 6-4. Eliezer Alfonso with a home run of the 9th to win it. Broken bat fly ball to right center by Suzuki. It is falling. Matt Pauley dives, and he caught it. Wonderful diving catch by Jason Espedo in right field. That's not Matt Pauley. That's Jason Espedo in right field. A beautiful diving catch to rob a base hit from Kurt Suzuki. The ball hung up in the air for enough time for Espedo to get there and lay himself out to make that grab. Travis Buck coming up. He's 0 for 2. Left-hand batter in green quickly winds and deals. Missed low and away, ball one. Matt Cain got the win for the Giants 4-5. Armando Benitez saved his 4th. The 1-0 to Buck. Fly ball to right field and very deep. Jason Espedo looking up at the wall, and it is gone. A 3-way shot for Travis Buck. It's his first home run in the Texas League. And that'll bring the RockHounds back within a run, 4-3. 10th home run allowed by Nick Green this year, but only the first of the ball game. And that will extend Buck's hit streak to 10 games. Now Vasily Spanos 0 for 2. 2 flyouts, right-hander, Green pitch. Line drive to left field, and it falls in for a base hit. It looks like the RockHounds have figured out a plan of attack against Nick Green, and it's working at the moment. The last time through the order for Green, he has now allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 runs. And now Brent Colamarino stands in with a tying run on base. Justin Crowder still warming up in the Midland bullpen, and so it looks like David Bradley will be pulled after 4 innings. Pitch to Colamarino. Swing and a miss, bounces off to the right. Runner will hold as Wilson got a little piece of the ball. Count 0-1. The Cubs won in St. Louis today 8-3. But Albert Pujols hurt. Sprained oblique muscle. No word on how many games he will miss or how bad the sprained oblique is. 0-1 to Colamarino. Ground ball to first. Pauley plays. Throws to second. Wood for the out. Relay back. 3-6-3. Double play. Double B's Exxon Double Play brought to you by the official sponsor of Tuesday night games at Ray Winder Field. Double B's Exxon. Pick up a discount ticket at any Pulaski County Double B's Exxon for any Tuesday night game at Ray Winder Field. 1 run for the RockHounds in the 5th inning on 2 hits. Nobody left. After 4.5, we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the score of the Arkansas Travelers 4 and the Midland RockHounds 3. This is Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headaches, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Ashbury, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use direct.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the fifth inning, and it's an Arkansas lead 4-3 over the Midland RockHounds. Hounds have dug into the bullpen and will make a change. Justin Crowder emerges to take over from here. David Bradley lasts only 4 innings. One of his shorter appearances of the season. Crowder, 6 foot tall, from Mobile, Alabama. 1-1 record, 2 saves over 18 games, and an earned run average at 4.84. Brandon Wood, Matt Brown, and Bobby Wilson will bat against the lefty. Crowder allowing a .298 average. Walked 9, struck out 24, and given up 25 hits in 22 1/3 innings. Wood is 1 for 2 with a single in the third to extend a hit streak to 9 games in a row. Crowder will wind and deal, and Wood takes a fastball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Crowder last appeared on May 30th, taking a loss, allowing 4 runs in 1 inning to Springfield. 1-0 to Wood, change up, and he swings and misses. Travelers saw Crowder twice last week in the extra inning games. Crowder dealt 3 in the third against Arkansas, giving up just 1 run on 5 hits. 1-1 to Wood, swing and a miss. Fastball handcuffs him, strike 2. One and 2 on Wood. Crowder deals. Wood drives it to deep right center, and Brandon Wood has hit another home run. Not only another home run, but another homer that just gets out of here extremely quickly. Number 12 on the year for Wood. Third of this homestand, and as he circles third, folks, Brandon Wood is getting hot. 5-3 Arkansas. And the first home run of the game for the Arkansas Travelers. Crowder giving up only his third of the year, but second game in a row that Crowder's given up a home run. Now Matt Brown stands in. Brown, an RBI single in the first, to plate Arkansas's first run. Pitch outside from Crowder makes it a 1-0 count. Wood continues to show power to right field. The 1-0 to Brown is at the knees on the inside corner, strike 1. We've seen Wood yank home runs deep to left, and now we've seen him go the opposite field actually 3 or 4 times. Got power to all fields. 1 ball, 1 strike. Crowder deals. Brown fouls it straight back on a nice swing at a fastball. And it's 1 and 2. Here's Crowder's next pitch. And Brown waited on a change, bounces to short. Merrill charges, scoops it up, throws on the run, and retires Brown 6-3. One away in the fifth inning, and Bobby Wilson coming up. Earlier today, the Dodgers had a strong start from Brad Penny for his 6th win. And L.A. beat the Phillies 8-2. 4-run first inning. And the Dodgers had all 8 of their runs before the Phillies scored in the 8th. Wilson 1 for 2. RBI double back in the first inning. The pitch from Crowder backs Bobby away from a fastball inside 1-0. New final just came across. Cincinnati beat Houston 7-5. There's a drive by Wilson into deep left center. That one is very deep, but the center fielder Allegra at the fence can't catch it. It falls in the gravel warning track, and Wilson will hold a second with another double. Allegra got there, not necessarily had a lot of time to wait underneath it to see the ball come in, but he got underneath it. He was there, reached out for the ball, evaded the glove. So Wilson has hit 2 doubles and now has 14 on the year. Next up is the 6-hitter Matt Pauley. Pauley is 1 for 2. Hit the ball hard twice. RBI single in the first, and a line drive to right center that was caught by Matt Allegra to end the third. Wilson at second, Pauley waiting, and the pitch from Crowder is a low fastball, and there goes Kurt Suzuki out to the hill for a toss. Back to those Major League scores we mentioned. Cincinnati beat Houston 7-5. A 4-run 6th inning doing most of the damage. Bronson Arroyo got his 7th win. Andy Pettit took the loss, 7th loss. Ken Griffey Jr. a homer, his 8th. Pauley back in to face the fellow lefty Crowder. A check of Wilson, and the pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. In progress in the National League, second game of the doubleheader. Giants and Mets 2-2 ninth inning. Atlanta Braves have rallied for 7 runs in the 7th inning against Arizona. Diamondbacks led 10-2. The pitch inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And so that Braves rally, which is not yet complete, has brought it to a 1-run game, 10-9. Damian Easley 2 home runs. Eric Burns hit his 10th. Marcus Giles and Wilson Bettman were going deep for the Braves. 2-1 to Pauley. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. A slider away from the bat. Milwaukee Brewers brought in Derek Turnbow in the top of the 9th inning to try to hold on to a 1-run lead, but the Nationals have scored twice against Turnbow, and it's Washington 4 and Milwaukee 3 in the 9th. The 2-2 to Pauley is a high slider, bringing the count full 3-2. Pittsburgh scored 5 runs in the first, answering San Diego's 3-run first inning. 6-3 Pirates in the 4th against the Padres. Now the stretch by Crowder. Wilson at second. The 3-2 to Pauley is low, and it's the 4th walk taken by a Traveler batter today. First from Crowder, who has just walked his 10th batter in 22 2/3 innings. So Crowder has faced 4, allowing 3 men to reach. Jason Espedo stands in, walked in the first, grounded out in the 4th. The pitch hit him right on his right knee, and Espedo's had trouble with that right knee for the last 3 years of his career. And Espedo will take that and gingerly walk down the first base line as the bases are loaded, and Espedo continues to wear it. The 9th time Espedo's been hit by a pitch this season. So Crowder has not looked sharp. He's faced 5 men, 4 have reached. 1 has already scored on Wood's leadoff homer, but now the base is loaded for David Gates. (5-3 Arkansas. Gates with the bases loaded this year is 0 for 2. They'll look for a double play on the infield. Crowder, the lefty, deals. Gates looks at a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Gates was called out on strikes in the first. He walked and scored in the fourth. The 0-1. Swing and a little number foul off the end of the bat. Strike 2. Crowder crossed David up with a changeup. And Gates tried to stay back on it, but still was a little bit too far in front. It's an 0-2 count on Gates with the bases loaded in the fifth inning. Crowder's pitch. Check swing. It's up high. No appeal. Ball 1. Gates hit a grand slam last year. And only his third chance of the bases loaded for this season. The 1-2. Slider inside. That almost hit him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last 3 batters. Wilson a double. Hawley walked. Espedo hit on the knee with a fastball. Now it's 2-2 on Gates. The pitch. Foul ball. Little number again. Gates trying everything he can to stay back on these changeups. The Crowder appears to have an above-average off-speed pitch. Infield a double play depth. Not holding the runners on base. Another 2-2 pitch. Got behind the catcher right in the 5-hole, and here comes Wilson to score from third. Other runners move up on a wild pitch which just went right between Kurt Suzuki's legs. So the base is no longer loaded for David Gates. They'll take a little bit of the pressure off with a 6-3 Traveler lead. It counts 3-2. That looked like a fastball which went into the dirt. Suzuki just didn't close his legs quick enough. Infield in. They'll try for the out at home. On deck, Dwayne Bacon. And Crowder's already allowed the last 3 men to reach, 2 on his own volition. The 3-2 pitch. High, and that'll be the 4th consecutive man to reach base. Third put on by Crowder. The base is reloaded for Dwayne Bacon. Kevin Melillo coming behind Crowder to try to calm him down, and Jim Kaufman will do the same as he emerges from the Midland dugout, and the Hounds get a pitcher starting to warm in the bullpen. I haven't given you the American League scores. The Yankees beat the Orioles in the 10 innings, 6-5. Johnny Damon, a 10th inning home run for the victory. Scott Proctor was the winner. He's 2-1. Ray the loser. Chin-Ming Wang came on for the save. Wang filling in as the closer while Kyle Farnsworth dealt the last 2 games. Mariano Rivera has not pitched in a while now for the Yankees. For those listening in Midland, the Travs fans cheering because of the fanometer put on the scoreboard. It's one of the ways to get the fans here to cheer as loud as possible no matter what the situation is. And pitcher starts to warm up in the Midland bullpen. Another left-hander getting ready. And that's Anthony Rawson. 2 runs are home against Crowder here in the 5th inning. He's retired just 1 man. Dwayne Bacon will bat from the right side. He's fouled out and walked today. Spanos, even with the bag at third. The other infielders double play down. Pitch to Bacon, driven deep left field. Buck going back, it is over his head. Hits the warning track. Paulie scores. Espedo scores, and right behind Espedo is David Gates. The throw to the plate, 2 runs are home, and Bacon will get thrown out at third base trying to advance on the play at the plate. It'll be a 3-run double for Dwayne Bacon, and folks, Espedo and Gates scored literally 1 step after the other. Boy, Bacon put a charge into that ball, and Travis Buck seemed to be surprised by how quickly it got over his head. 9-3 Arkansas here in the 5th inning. A 5-run rally against Justin Crowder. By the way, the out at third base. We're going to go 7-6-2-5 at third. Bacon credited with a double. So the base is now empty as Aaron Peel fouls one over the press box for strike one. So Bacon up to 18 runs batted in with his 12th double on the year. Peel 1 for 3, pops up a change. Next to second base, Ronnie Merrill makes the catch. And Arkansas's rally is complete in the 5th inning. 5-run score for the Arkansas Travelers on 3 base hits. No errors and nobody left. We are 5 innings complete heading into the 6th. Travs 9 and the Midland RockHounds 3. This is Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Chick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Chick, it's always the best. We slow cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lit, hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Chick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Chick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Chick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Chick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the catfish?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
5 innings in the scorebook, and in the 6th, the Arkansas Travelers lead Midland by a 9-3 score. Nick Green has an awfully big lead to work with, and Green has had some struggles over the last 2 innings. Out of the 3 runs he's allowed, they've all come in the 4th and the 5th. And of the 5 base hits, 3 of them through the last 2 innings. So Green comes on to the 6th, facing the 6th batter, Brian Savitsky, a lefty, Green a right-hander. First pitch line to left field. Aaron Peel is there. He'll have to reach up and make the catch for out number 1. Here's the line on Nick Green for the moment. 5 in the 3rd inning, scattering 5 hits, 3 runs all earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 2 in his Double-A debut. I wonder how long will Green stay in this rotation. Of course, if he pitches well, he could stay here for a while. But James Holcomb on the disabled list, and it's not a serious back injury, just normal wear and tear. Allegra stands in, Green winds, and a fastball high and tight, ball 1. Holcomb could be back after 2 starts by Green. Again, he might not. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, very high but shallow into center. Wood out from short, gives way to Bacon. Dwayne is there for out number 2. And Matt Allegra back into the dugout, 1 for 3. Anthony Rawson throwing again to the Midland bullpen. It does not appear that Justin Crowder will come back out for the 6th. And then on the other hand, if Green pitches well and Holcomb comes back, perhaps Green may stay in the rotation here. Then again, he might be sent back at just 21 years old for some more seasoning at Rancho Cucamonga. But this is a situation where Nick Green has been handed an opportunity, and it's up to him, I think, how long he stays here. Kevin Melillo, the batter, takes high, ball 1. Melillo is fouled out. Hit a sacrifice fly. Lefty, 1-0 pitch. A strike, a 1-1 count. Nice fastball from Green at the knees. 1-1 pitch. Outside with a fastball. It's 2-1. Well, you can hear Nick Green's family rising and falling with every pitch. The 2-1. A strike, and I think you could tell by the reaction of Nick's family sitting right under the press box. Quite avid fans of their young fellow. 2-2 pitch. Foul ball over the bleachers. Nice when you've got kids from the South that play in the Texas League, and I'm not counting Texas as the South. Everything east of Texas and south of Missouri, I think I would classify as the South. 2-2 pitch. Line drive towards center, but Brandon Wood, perfect positioning, is right behind second base to make the grab. And down go the RockHounds 1-2-3. So, we'll go to the bottom of the sixth inning with Arkansas leading 9-3 over Midland. This is Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we got a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh?
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, and the Arkansas Travelers with a 9-3 lead over the Midland RockHounds, Raywinder Field in Little Rock. I'm Phil Elson with you on 550 News Talk KCRS and Aram America Little Rock 1380 KDXE. We thank the folks in Midland for picking up the feed of the Travelers radio broadcast and let you know Bob Hards will be back in his rightful spot as voice of the Hounds coming up next week. Eric Rodland leads off the sixth. Anthony Rawson is on in relief of Justin Crowder. First pitch to Rodland low, ball 1. Crowder, a rather tough fifth inning. Gave up 5 runs on 3 hits. Bases clearing 3-run double by Dwayne Bacon, the big hit. Rodland will accept a strike on the outside corner. He's 0 for 2 at a sacrifice bunt. Crowder, over his last 2 innings now, has given up 9 runs in 2 innings. Wow. 1-1 to Rodland. Slider just missed high, ball 2. Rodland, Wood, and Brown here in the 6th inning. Wood homered to start that rally against Crowder last frame. Rawson, we saw pitching for the Springfield Cardinals last year with a 2-1 to Rodland. He fouls it off his foot, strike 2. Rawson 0-2 with a 5.02 ERA in 14 appearances, all from the bullpen. 9 runs on 8 base hits for the Travs. David Bradley, the Midland starter, absorbed 4 runs and 5 hits. Crowder, 5 runs and 3 hits. 2-2 on Rodland. The pitch from the lefty is a slider hit foul on the ground off the railing at third, and it's still 2-2. Scratch in the 2-2 pitch. Curve in the dirt, and that'll bring it full. Tulsa leading Corpus Christi 2-1 in the 6th inning. Hooks a half-game advantage over Midland for first in the South. Springfield trying to break their 3-game losing streak with a vengeance. The Cardinals pounding Frisco 8-1 in the 7th inning at the soda bottle. 3-2 to Rodland. Lined it foul over the visiting bullpen past the bleachers. Still 3-2. Wichita had a 5-1 lead against San Antonio, but the Missions rallied for 3 in the 6th inning, cutting the Wrangler lead to 5-4, and that game again in the 6th. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called on the low outside corner with a late breaking slider from Anthony Rawson. Strikeout number 14 for Rawson over 14 2/3 innings pitched. Now to the 3-hitter, Brandon Wood. He's homered in 2 straight games, 3 times during this homestand, including leading off the 5th with a shot to right center. Pitch on the way. A big curveball for a strike. Boy, Rawson's got some great breaking stuff. Wood has now homered 12 times this year. He's tied with Rico Washington for 3rd in the league. And with 39 RBIs, Wood ranking 4th in the league, right in front of J.R. House, and 10 behind Washington, the league leader. 0-1 on Wood. The pitch comes from Rawson. Fastball into the dirt, and it's 1-1. Rawson stands 5'11", weighs 180 pounds. Out of Kosciusko, Mississippi. I hope I said that correctly. Kosciusko. Kosciusko, I believe. One ball, 1 strike to Wood. Bases empty, 1 out. The pitch, a strike at the knees. It looked more like a cut fastball than a slider. 1-2. Matt Brown on deck. Rawson started the inning striking out Rodland. Travs had the leadoff man reach 3 previous innings, but not here in the 6th. 1-2 to Wood. Swing, pop up. Shortstop Merrill underneath it. Right of the cut of the grass by the outfield. He'll make the catch. And Wood retired for the 2nd time on a pop-up to short, and Brandon 2 for 4. Wood picks up his own bat as our bat boy apparently fell asleep. Just leaning there on the top step of the dugout, quietly daydreaming and enjoying his day in the light as the Arkansas bat boy. Matt Brown fouls a pitch off the right side. He's 1 for 3. 9-3 Arkansas here in bottom of the 6th inning. The Travelers on a 7-game losing streak, and this is quite obviously their best opportunity to end the losing streak. The biggest lead that they have had since goodness knows when. 0-1 pitch to Brown. Into the dirt, 1-1. Rawson, the 3rd Midland pitcher of the night. RockHounds only got 4 innings from their starter, David Bradley, who entered the game with the 9th lowest ERA in the league. Justin Crowder had a very tough 5th inning, giving up 5 runs. 1-1, broken bat grounder towards 3rd. Spanos moving to his left, fields it. Sidearm toss across, and that'll set down the Travs in order. Just the 2nd time that's happened today. And we'll take it into the 7th inning at Raymond Field with the Arkansas Travelers leading Midland 9-3. This is Texas League Baseball on 1380 KDXE and 550 KCRS.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Dan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company.
Faithfully Chronicles. Bush administration implosion. Air America Little Rock. 1380 KDXC North Little Rock.
6 innings complete, heading to the 7th. Phil Elstreth, you here on your frequencies at KCRS 550, KDXE 1380, in Midland and in North Little Rock, also at minorleaguebaseball.com. Arkansas 9, Midland 3. Nick Green coming on for a 7th inning of work in his Double-A debut. 6 innings, allowing 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Ronnie Merrill begins the 7th inning by taking a slider low. That's a 1-0 count. That's the 89th pitch thrown by Green. And now Arkansas will get a pitcher warming up in the pen. A 1-0. Merrill flies it in a shallow left. It might be a tweener. Wood and Peel converging with a third baseman Brown. But it's Peel coming in to make the catch. And that'll be out number 1. Bill Edwards begins to loosen up in the pen. We got to give you the totals over the first 6 innings for Midland. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The RockHounds have stranded 5 men. Arkansas, 9 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, leaving 4 men on base. Green has now set down 5 in a row. We'll go to the top of the order. Jed Morris standing in. Pitch to the lefty is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Morris started the game with a walk, singled in the 3rd, fly to center in the 4th inning. Green kicks the leg and delivers 0-1. Morris a swing and a miss on the changeup. Strike 2. A 6-run lead for Green and the Arkansas Travelers. Green looking sharp. He's out in the field back to the strike zone. Morris has been a very tough out. The 0-2 is high and outside. Green trying for strikeout number 3. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup. That's 2 outs in the 7th inning. Six consecutive batters set down by the young right-hander Green. Suzuki walking up to the plate 1 for 3. He's hit the ball hard all 3 at-bats. Lined to left in the 1st, doubled in the 3rd. Jason Espedo made a diving catch in right center in the 5th off Suzuki's line drive. Here's the first pitch. Fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. So Edwards very calmly warming up. Green won't be going further than 100 pitches. You shouldn't anticipate him coming back for the 8th. Green ready, and the 0-1 to Suzuki. Chopper to short, Brandon Wood will charge. Glove it, shuffle his feet, sets him, fire, and gets the out. 3 up, 3 down as Green sets down 7 men in a row to get us into the 7th inning stretch with the score, Arkansas 9 and Midland 3. It's Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
Make your plans now to see the best racing under the lights at Texas Motor Speedway, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. You won't want to miss another incredible finish like this one from 2002.
Here we come once again. It's going to be at the line. The winner's going to be Sam Hornick Jr. by 96 thousandths of a second.
The Oak Creek Homes qualifying day for the IRL and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be Thursday, June 8th. On Friday, June 9th, David Starr, Dennis Setzer, Todd Boda, and the rest of the Craftsman Truck Series will go door to door and heat up the asphalt in the Samstown 400. But the weekend would not be complete without the fearless drivers of the Indy Racing League at speeds over 200 miles per hour in the Bombardier Learjet 500 Saturday night, June 10th. Could it be Dan Weldon, Sam Hornish Jr., Tony Kanaan, or Danica Patrick claiming the Texas victory? Don't miss the action under the lights. Call 817-215-8500 or visit TexasMotorspeedway.com. Texas Motor Speedway, celebrating 10 years strong.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Inning here at Ray Winder Field with the Arkansas Travelers leading the Midland RockHounds by a score of 9-3. Game time tomorrow in the afternoon, 2 o'clock. Starting pitching matchup. We'll face left-hander Daniel Davidson for Arkansas with a 1-5 record and a 5.51 ERA versus Midland right-hander Brad Knox with 3-1 and a 5.47 ERA. Looking for a discount ticket? Just bring the church bulletin to the ballpark and get in the entire family for a total of $6. Or if you're an AARP member, you can gain free general admission by showing your valid AARP membership card at the gate. Bobby Wilson leads off the 7th against Anthony Rawson. Rawson set the Travs down in order in the 6th, and a pitch on the way. Wilson will send a fly ball to right field directly to Jed Morris. And Morris right there to make the catch, and Wilson now 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles and 2 runs scored. Matt Pauley will now come up. Arkansas took a 3-0 lead in the first inning. All those runs scoring with 2 outs. Brown and RBI single to the right center field fence. Bobby Wilson followed that with a double off the right field wall. And Pauley made it 3-0 with a base hit to left center, scoring Wilson from second. Here's a pitch, and Pauley will take a strike. Midland answered with 4 runs against Nick Green. 2 runs in the 4th against Green after he had only allowed 3 base runners over the first 3 innings. 0-1 pitch, fouled back by Pauley, 0-2. So Midland cut it to a 1-run lead before Arkansas put up another run in the bottom of the 4th inning. David Gates walked, stole second, went to third on a wild pitch on Bradley, and scored when Aaron Peel grounded out to shortstop. Midland's last run coming in the 5th inning on a solo homer by Travis Buck over the screen monster and onto the Mills Freeway. 0-2 to Pauley. Swing a fly ball to right field, hit it deep. There goes Morris back at the wall. It's gone. Pauley on base for the 3rd time as he smacks his 4th home run at Double-A, and he'll circle the bases with the Travelers' 10th run. Second homer of the game for Arkansas, along with Brandon Wood. So Pauly now 2 for 3. The only time he's been set down was when Matt Allegra made a spectacular diving catch, crashing into his right fielder Morris back in the third. Here's Jason Espedo. Lefty versus lefty, and Pauly taking a fellow lefty deep as well. And a pitch coming to Espedo. A fastball up high, 1-0. Pauly's fourth home run at Double-A, seventh between single and Double-A. 1-2 pitch. Actually, that's a 1-0 pitch. And that's low, and it's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 away, no one on for Espedo. David Gates on deck. Bill Edwards warming in the bullpen. Trav started to pull ahead in the 5th inning. Brandon Wood, a leadoff home run to right center, his 12th of the year. Rawson ready. And the 2-0. Espedo will take ball 3, riding high. Bobby Wilson would have a 1-out double in the 5th inning, followed by Pauly walking. Espedo got hit by a pitch to load the bases. Wilson scored on a wild pitch by Crowder, and then after Gates walked to reload the bases for Dwayne Bacon, Bacon's double over the left fielder's head scored 3 runs. The 3-0 pitch, and Espedo is hit by another pitch. Second at-bat in a row that Espedo is hit. They got him on his right shoulder, and this is just becoming almost ad nauseum for Espedo, getting hit by the 10th pitch of the season. Here comes David Gates. Espedo has been on base 3 times today. 2 times hit by a pitch, 1 walk. Gates steps in. Gators walked twice, scored twice, struck out as well once. Pitch on the way from the lefty, and a slider right down the middle, strike 1. Espedo leading from first with Colamarino holding. The 0-1 pitch, a slider, and I think that may have gotten Gates on his back knee. Plate umpire steps out and says that's a foul ball. That hit Gates, and he is showing the plate umpire that it got him on his elbow. He's got a white pad on his elbow, and he's telling the plate umpire that that ball hit him. The umpire's not going to listen or take any of the evidence. He shows 2 strikes. Now Ty Boykin comes down, and he wants to let the umpire get a better look at Gates. Now, if there's a mark on Gates' elbow where the ball hit him, that should be evidence enough. We'll see if this is going to stand. Plate umpire is going to stand his ground, and Gates will have to deal with an 0-2 count instead. So it's called a foul ball on Gates, nothing into the count. Rawson here in the 7th inning doesn't appear to have outstanding command. After retiring the first 4 men that he faced and getting ahead of Pauly 0-2, he threw a belt-high fastball which was drilled over the right field wall, then went 3-0 on Espedo before hitting him with a 3-0 pitch. And almost hit Gates. 0-2 pitch. Fastball high. And Suzuki had to leap out of the catcher's crouch to bring that one in. 1-2 the count on the 8-hitter Gates. On deck, Dwayne Bacon. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a breaking ball. Dwayne Bacon coming up next, 2 outs. Espedo on for Bacon. Bacon, who was in a 3-for-29 slide before the at-bat in the 5th inning, cracked a bases-loaded double that drove home 3 runs. Bacon was thrown out at third base trying to advance on the plate. Rawson deals from the stretch. A fastball for a strike right on the inside corner. Bacon has popped up, walked, and the double went over the left fielder's head back in the 5th inning. Travis scored once here in the 7th on Matt Pauly's 4th home run. 0-1, very high, 1 ball, 1 strike. leading by 7, 10-3. The 1-1 inside, ball 2. Travs haven't really had big leads like this too often. Arkansas has only won 2 games by 3 or more runs. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Aaron Peel on deck. Bacon trying to bring Peel to the plate. No one holding his feet at first. Rawson is ready. Here's the 2-2. Foul ball on the 5th. We've seen a fine Double-A debut by Nick Green. Travelers busting out today with 10 runs on 9 hits. And a good chance for Arkansas to break their 7-game losing streak. 2-2. Foul ball right back into the chicken wire. It'll roll back down. Even count of 2-2 on Bacon. He has fouled off 2 in a row. Rawson in his 2nd inning. Hit a batter, allowed a home run, striking out 1. 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball by Bacon. Rawson continues to come on the inside part of the plate with breaking balls. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bacon waving the bat back and forth. And he'll back out of the box as Rawson is taking a lot of time. Rawson now finds the sign. Delivers to Bacon a slider low, ball 3. 9-pitch sequence here in the 7th between the 9-hitter Bacon and the 3rd pitch of the night for the RockHounds. Espedo will be running with the upcoming pitch. And Rawson delivers. Here it is. Little bouncer back to the mound. Easy play. Rawson will flip for the final out of the inning, and the Travelers manage 1 run on the homer by Matt Pauley. They strand Espedo at first. And after 7 innings at Raywinder Field, the Arkansas Travelers 10 and the Midland RockHounds 3. This is Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
He's been a sports anchor on TV. He's reported on games of the Kansas City Chiefs. He hosts NFL postgame shows week after week. But he still hasn't quit his day job. Gordon Docking is the Chief Executive Officer of St. Mary's Hospital in suburban Kansas City. He's distinguished himself nationally as an innovator in healthcare, impacting the design of the hospitals of tomorrow. But before he was CEO, he was a master's degree student at Webster University. Today, he's an achiever in many walks of life. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real world success.
The pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We come into the 8th inning, and the Travelers go to the bullpen with a 10-3 lead. Bill Edwards comes out of the pen, and he replaces Nick Green after an outstanding start, especially in his Double-A debut. Travis Buck leads off the 8th. Green went 7 innings, allowing 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 3, struck out 3, and threw 96 pitches. Buck homered against Green last time they faced, but Bill Edwards fires a first pitch strike on the outside corner, 0-1. 22nd game for Edwards, 4 wins, 2 losses, and a .494 ERA. Buck chops the second base. Rodlin right there to field it, and he'll throw him out at first, 1 away. Arkansas tacked on a run of the 7th on a Matt Pauley homer. Arkansas has homered twice today. Brandon Wood hit the other one, his 12th of the year. Here's Vasily Spanos. RockHounds' third baseman is 1 for 3. And Edwards delivers from the windup, low and outside, ball 1. Edwards is 6'3", 185 pounds from Memphis. The 1-0 to Spanos, outside 2-0. Edwards has walked 17 in 31 innings, struck out 18, allowed 40 hits. A 2-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Two things you like about Nick Green today. The 2-1 to Spanos. Hit him. Spanos turned away from that. It does a little bit of a jiggly dent as he hopped along the third base line as the ball hit him between the 3 and the 5. And Spanos was put aboard, bringing up Brant Colamarino. Edwards, who has not displayed the best control, hits his 4th batter. He also walked 17. Colamarino is 0 for 2 with a walk. Bounced into a double play last time up. Edwards fires down and in, ball 1, and Bobby Wilson will bring the ball out to the mound to chat with Edwards, who's given up 5 runs in his last 3 1/3 innings. Edwards pitched well in the first month of the season, compiling a 2-0 record, setting up Rich Thompson and various other relievers for closing situations, including 1 save of his own. Edwards had only a .365 ERA in April. Here's a 1-0, outside, ball 2 on Brant Colamarino. But Bill did not have much success over the month of May, as he gave up 15 runs in 18 2/3 innings. 2-0 pitch. Broken bat ground ball, bounces off of Edwards. He'll throw to second, get the out. Wood leaps and throws to first. And that got past Pauley, rolls up the right field line, and Colamarino will advance to second base. Perhaps an ill-advised throw for Brandon Wood, leaping in the air and not getting much behind it. He threw it into the dirt, trying to let Pauley dig it out. Pauley could not do so. And so Spanos is forced out at second base, 1-6. Fielder's choice for Colamarino, and the second error of the game on Wood allows him to get to second base. Now it's Brian Savitsky coming up, and there is action in the Arkansas bullpen. Rich Thompson is starting to throw. It's been a while since Thompson had a chance to close a game. Also, Marcus McBeth is throwing in the Midland bullpen. Colamarino at second for Brian Savitsky. 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored the second Midland run back in the 4th inning. 10-3 Arkansas, top 8. 2 outs. Edwards may just be throwing this 8th inning. His first pitch on the way. Low fastball, 1 ball, no strike. Target goes low and away for Savitsky. Edwards throws home, and he got a strike on the inside corner. And it's 1-1. Nightfall has settled in here quite comfortably. Not too many insects flying around. Night's not that humid. 1-1 pitch. Missed down and outside, ball 2. Thing I like about Green, he started strong. First 3 innings, only allowed 3 base runners. Finished strong as well, setting down the last 7 men he faced. The 2-1 fastball is inside, and it's 3-1. Green also seemed to show a nice feel for the changeup. An above-average fastball. And again, it looks like Nick will probably put on a little bit of weight as he gets older. He is only 21 years old, with room to grow. 3-1 pitch. Suzuki swings and misses at a sinker from Edwards. Strike 2. Green's next start should come on Thursday at Tulsa. 3-2 pitch to Suzuki. Swing a ground ball to first. Pauly makes the play behind the bag. An unassisted putout will end the 8th inning. Edwards does not allow a run or a hit. 1 traveler error and 1 man left. Bottom of the 8th, it's 10-3, Arkansas over Midland. You're listening to Texas League Baseball on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linen, rental mat, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Fourth Midland pitcher of the night is Vaughn Hayes. It goes to Marcus McBeth. Here in the 8th inning, Anthony Rawson dealt 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 run on the Matt Pauly solo homer. Rawson hit a batter and also struck out a pair of men. McBeth, who usually comes in closing situations recently for the RockHounds, 1-1 with a 3.97 ERA over 8 games, 3 saves, 4 tries. But McBeth just trying to keep Arkansas off the scoreboard as Midland has held the Travs without a run in just 3 of the 7 times Arkansas has come to the plate. At the top of the order for the 5th time, Aaron Peel coming up. Peel 1 for 4 with a run batted in, a double, and a run scored. In fact, Peel scored the first run of the game, led off the bottom of the first with a double past third, with score on Matt Brown's 2-out single. McBeth, a right-hander, delivers outside for a ball, 1-0 on Peel. Call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. Talk, surf, watch, go, and save. Do it all and get it all with services from the new AT&T. Your world delivered. 1-0 to Peel. Swings and fouls it away. Strike 1. The wireless internet access is available here at Ray Winder Field for the remainder of the season, brought to you by AT&T Wi-Fi. Bring your wireless laptop or PDA to the ballpark. Go to the Travs box office. Ask for the coupon to get free access at the park. 1-1 to Peel. Low and outside, ball 2. And again, that's available all season long for the remainder of the year. I'd like to thank the folks at AT&T Wi-Fi for installing the hotspot right here in the press box, so it extends out down the baselines pretty well. 2-1, ground ball up the middle, and Peel singles into center field to start the 8th. That is base hit number 10 for the Arkansas Travelers, bringing up Eric Rodland. Rodland 0 for 3, sacrifice bunt back in the first. Since then, slide to center, ground to second, called out on strike. No one holding Peel at first. Colin Marino behind. The pitch got behind the catcher. Suzuki couldn't scoop it out of the dirt, and easily Peel goes to second base. It is the third wild pitch thrown by Midland today. David Bradley uncorked a wild pitch in the fourth inning to help lead to a run. A run scored on Crowder's wild pitch in the fifth. 1-0 pitch to Eric Rodland. Ground ball to first base. Scooped up by Colin Marino on a backhand. Flips to the pitcher, and McBeth beats him to the base. So Rodland is out number 1. And on the play, Peel advances to third. So that is a productive out, as I like to say, with the Angels system. One out, runner at third for Brandon Wood. Wood has twice popped up to short, but he's also hit a single to left and a home run to right center. Infield plays back, so Wood will have an opportunity for his 40th RBI. Pitch from McBeth. Off speed, low and outside, ball 1. Only one out. Travelers leading by 7. Here in the 8th inning, McBeth deals. Wood a check swing on a breaking ball. The plate umpire points at Wood and says he went around. Strike 1. Into the stretch, McBeth. Kicks, deals. Wood, broken bat liner, foul into the visiting bullpen. And the barrel of the bat ends up next to Ty Boykin along the third base line, and Wood is left holding a long, thin shard of black wood as he walks back into the dugout. Get a brand new piece of lumber with a 1-2 count. Wood will come back out, strapping on his batting gloves with a brand new shiny black bat. Points like this, you get a chance to pad the statistics. Just a ground ball will score a run. McBeth, a long look for the sign, and Wood stepped out. Now the stretch and the 1-2 pitch. Check swing in the dirt, rolls to the left, and holding at third will be Peel on ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brown on deck, Wood at the plate. Midland, winners of 5 of their last 6 games. Need a big rally in the 9th inning to come back. 2-2 from McBeth to Wood. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Suzuki blocks it. Wood will start to jog down the first base line. Suzuki will throw him out inside the first base line. Wood strikes out. 2 outs in the 8th. We've got a final from Frisco where the Cardinals beat the Rough Riders 8-1. Rich Rundle's got the win. And his record 4-4. Tulsa leading Corpus Christi 3-1 in the 9th inning at Whataburger Field. And so it appears, unless the Hooks rally back, that Midland won't lose any ground. They will lose a little time. Brown 1 for 4, RBI single in the first. Here in the 8th, he takes the pitch low and away that Kurt Suzuki not only reached out for and grabbed, but the momentum of that pitch carried Suzuki almost like a somersault, rolling around like he was on fire. just to save a wild pitch. Suzuki's had a tough day behind the plate. He's had to deal with 3 wild pitches and various other pitches that would have been wild if he didn't block them. 1-0 on the way to Brown, and here it is for McBeth. Low fastball, 2-0. No pressure here on Brown. 2-0 count. Pitch from McBeth. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on an off-speed breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike on Brown. He's lining up along the first base stands to run the bases. Almost 3,000 at Raywinder Field tonight. The 2-1 pitch to Brown, fouled back. 2-2. Wichita still holding on to that 1-run lead over San Antonio in 9th inning. Ryan Braun coming on to try to save it for the Wranglers. McBeth ready. 2-2 to Brown. Ground ball, it is foul or fair. Our umpire never told us. Brown rounding first base as the run scores, and now the umpire says foul ball. Third base ump had to get out of the way of that shot hit by Brown down the line. That was a pretty tough call to make. But he didn't tell us whether it was fair or foul until Brown was already on his way to second. So Brown will have to come back to the plate. I mean, he may have gotten that call right. Brown ready, so is McBeth. Another 2-2. And it's thrown into the dirt, right up into Suzuki's chest protector. Ball 3. So Brown at least trying to reach base after what he thought was a double may have been taken away. The payoff from McBeth is fouled out of play on the right side. Ball game really moving along slowly here. RockHounds pitchers have had some trouble throwing strikes. They've walked 5, hit 2 batters, thrown 3 wild pitches, given up 2 home runs and 10 base hits, 10 runs total, all earned. Payoff pitch to Matt Brown. Ball 4, missing low. Matt on base for the second time, and here's Bobby Wilson. Wilson has cracked 2 doubles and 4 at-bats. RBI double in the first, made it 2-0 Arkansas. He would double and score in the 5th. 2 on, 2 out for the Traveler catcher. McBeth is ready at the belt, and he delivers. Check swing, it's into the dirt, and they will not appeal. It is ball 1. Travs leading by 7 here in the 8th inning. Rich Thompson is ready to go in the bullpen. He's just standing on the mound watching. 8th inning going a while. So 1-0 to Bobby Wilson. Swing, a ground ball to short, right to Merrill. Fields it, and the flip to second will force out Brown. And the Travs do not score. here in the eighth. No runs. One base hit, two men stranded. We'll go to the ninth inning, and the Travelers leading Midland 10-3 on 1380 KDXE and 550 KCRS.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a six-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Rich Thompson comes on for the Arkansas Travelers here in the ninth inning. Non-closing situation for the Arkansas closer, as the Travs are 3 outs away from ending a 7-game losing streak. Arkansas 10, Midland 3. Bill Edwards pitched the 8th inning, allowing just one man to reach, a hit batter. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. So it's Thompson coming on to try to finish this game. Thompson making appearance number 20 on the year. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4.91 ERA, native of Sydney, Australia. Has saved 4 games in 5 chances. And it has been a while since Thompson actually had a save, back on May 13th. Matt Allegra leads off the ninth inning. Thompson will go from the windup. He delivers and fires a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. Thompson has allowed a .214 batting average, but 18 walks in 29 and a third. 0-1 slider and a swing and a miss, but Allegra couldn't hold back on the check swing. Strike 2. Nick Green in line for the win in his Double-A debut. The 0-2 is low and outside, ball 1. Out of the other Arkansas starting pitchers, Jesse Smith, Stephen Shell, Chris Hunter, the pitch swung on and missed, but got behind Wilson to the backstop. Allegra running to first base, and he'll get there with no throw. So it'll be a strikeout for Thompson and a wild pitch at the same time. Strikeout number 24, wild pitch number 4. But out of all those other starting pitchers for the Arkansas Travelers, the starting rotation has managed this year only 6 wins for Arkansas. And about to get their 7th, as long as Thompson records 3 outs. Left-hand batter Kevin Melillo in there. Pitch from Thompson thrown into the dirt and all the way to the screen. That'll be a second wild pitch in as many pitches for Rich. Thompson may be holding on to a slider a little bit too long. So Allegra now at second base. Thompson about to set, but he'll step away. Pitch to Melillo. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes. Thompson has had some control issues recently. Walked 3 batters and allowed 4 runs in 1 inning in Tuesday's doubleheader. His 2-0 pitch is low and inside, ball 3. Travs leading by 7, 10-3. The 3-0 to Melillo is a called strike. Ronnie Merrill on deck, then Jed Morris here in the 9th. The last 7-run lead Arkansas took in the 9th inning at home against Springfield, and Arkansas lost that game 11-10. 3-1 pitch, low, ball 4. Nobody out, 2 men on. Matt Pauley coming over to the pitcher's mound to talk with Thompson. Ronnie Merrill standing in. 0 for 3 today, 0 for 8 in the series. See if he takes a pitch. Here's the first one. It's low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bobby Wilson will bring the ball out to the hill. Thompson's getting advice from every which way but up. And there goes Ken Patterson jogging out. And Patterson will speak with Thompson on the hill as well. And that game that the Travs lost to Springfield on May the 20th, Arkansas led 10-3 in the 9th. Brought on Tim Bittner, who has since been released. He had been struggling with command. Ty Boykin put him in a non-pressure situation, and Bittner responded by walking the bases loaded and allowing a 2-run single. Then Thompson came in, and he was unable to get that final out. 1-0 to Merrill. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Thompson's got enough of a fastball to get away with pitches that may be right down the pipe. He can throw it 93, 94. Now the 1-1 to Merrill. Down and inside, ball 2. Pitch. Ball 3. Thompson missing low and inside quite a bit here. End of the stretch. The 3-1. Swing, a line drive foul. Hits the tarp right next to the Arkansas bullpen. That's strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. And some of the hardcore fans you can hear getting a little bit restless. It's been a while since they saw a win here in Ray Winder. 3-2 pitch to Merrill. Ball 4. The base is loaded. Nobody out. There'll be action in the Arkansas bullpen. Thompson has faced 3 men. They've all reached. He has struck one of them out. But a strikeout wild pitch allowed Allegra to reach. 2 walks, load the bases. Aaron Pullen begins to throw in the bullpen. Thompson will go from the windup against Jed Morris, who hit a grand slam yesterday. First pitch. Outside. Morris today has walked, singled, flied out, and struck out. The 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. Low and inside from Thompson, who's now walked 20 and 29 in the 3rd innings this year, plus the 5 wild pitches. Thompson takes a deep breath. Takes a second deep breath. Now the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3 inside. He's throwing hard. Not in the strike zone, though. Now the 3-0 to Morris. Ball 4. 3rd straight walk. That forces in a run. It's 10-4. This lead has dwindled down to 6 runs. Ty Boykin on the top step of the dugout, and if he emerges to make a pitching change, it will be reluctantly. Wilson and Pauly come to the hill to try to figure out what's going on here with Rich Thompson. Aaron Pullen continues to warm up in the bullpen. Kurt Suzuki stepping in, and that's going to be it for Thompson. Ty Boykin is making a change. He's got Pullen ready to go. And so Thompson faces 4 batters. They all reach 3 walks, 2 wild pitches. He does get credit for a strikeout. And here comes Aaron Pullen in what is now becoming a much tighter game than would have been expected with a 3-run lead in the 9th. We'll take a 60-second break with Aaron Pullen replacing Thompson. Call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. Save a bundle on services from AT&T such as high-speed internet, satellite television, voice services, and wireless. The new AT&T, your world delivered. Aaron Pullen is on. We'll be back after 60 seconds. It's 10-4 Arkansas on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
Kurt Wilson, we have to know that we're the world's first backseat driver. With me, Kurt, it's like control. It's got AT&T all over the field, like 12 months through high-speed internet, $12.99 a month, and you order online. You switch from your old cable company, get 3 months. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kurt's world. For everybody who's not Kurt, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com. You'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not driving Kurt. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes up charges with settlement of cost coverage yet. High-speed internet or credible card after 2 months paid service and excludes at U.S. cost of the United States. For details of additional charges and requirements, call 1-866-416-4741 or visit att.com/other details. Not available in all areas.
Pullen enters the ball game here in the top of the 9th inning. The Travelers leading 10-4. No save situation for Aaron Pullen as he enters the game with a 6-run lead. And the tying run in the hole, not on deck. Got to have the tying run on deck for it to be a save situation, but still the pressure has started to mount. Pullen inherits the bases loaded with a 1-0 record and a 5.01 ERA. Kurt Suzuki stands in. 1 for 4. Pullen from the stretch. He'll deliver and fire a strike on the first pitch on the inside corner. Rich Thompson faces 4 batters. They all reach. 3 walks, 2 wild pitches. So far charged with 1 run. He does get credit for a strikeout, but did not record the out. Came on a wild pitch. The 0-1 from Aaron Pullen, and Suzuki lays off a slider low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pullen has 1 save this year, and that was in the last Traveler win, May 25th, struck out the side. And that was in his hometown of Midland. 1-1 pitch, Suzuki swings, fouls it over the Arkansas bullpen for strike 2. You wouldn't necessarily say that the RockHounds have built up momentum here because they haven't yet put a ball into play. In fact, they haven't done much swinging. Pullen trying to force Suzuki to put it in play. The 1-2 pitch. Slider, ground ball to third. Brown will make the play, fire to second, but throws it away. It's off Eric Rodlin's glove, goes into short right field. Melillo scores. Merrill also will go to third base on the play. And so still no out. It'll be a fielder's choice and a run batted in for Suzuki. Error on Matt Brown is the fourth Traveler error of the night. First and third for the RockHounds. Merrill came home to score 3 runs in the inning. Travis Buck, the batter, and he takes the pitch low, ball 1. The 10-6 lead for the Travs, and the tying run is now on deck. Pitch on the way, and it's outside, ball 2. Midland has scored 3 runs here in the 9th inning on the 8 of 3 walks, 2 wild pitches, and an error. The 2-0 to Buck, high, ball 3. Morris at third, Suzuki at first, no outs. 3 runs in. The 3-0 to Buck, a strike. Buck 1 for 4, a home run back in the 5th inning. First 5 batters have all reached base. Pulling 3-1. Walked him, missing low. That's the 4th walk of the inning. The bases are loaded up. The tying run comes to the plate in the form of Vasily Spanos. Raywinder Field is turned into one giant ball of nerves now. The Travs took a 7-run lead into the 9th inning, and the tying run is at the plate. Spanos is the top RBI man for the Hounds. First pitch, fouled back, strike 1. Aaron Pullen needs to battle here, lock down, and get an out. Spanos 1 for 3. Hit by a pitch last time up. It's 7 homers, driven in 37 on the year. 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, but Wilson blocks it. 1 ball, 1 strike. One on the way to Spanos. Ball 2 under the knees. 2 balls and a strike on Vasily Spanos. Pullen has fallen behind the last 2 batters he's faced. Takes the sign, comes set. The 2-1 pitch. Strike 2 on the low outside corner. Spanos turns to the plate umpire and pretty much says no way. Miguel González has started to warm in the Arkansas bullpen. Chance the Travs may be using 3 pitchers. 2-2 from Pullen. Fly ball foul. Right side, Pauly underneath it from first base. He makes the catch. They'll tag from third, and they'll hold now. His throw to the plate was right on the money. Morris went about halfway down the third base line and held. It took 7 batters, but the Travs get the first out of the 9th inning. And still the tying run at the plate. Here's Brant Colamarino. Colamarino 0 for 3. Left-hand batter with power. Here's Pullen's pitch. Low, ball 1. Morris at third, Suzuki at second, Buck at first. There hasn't been a single base hit in this inning. Yet 3 runs have scored. The 1-0. And it's low and outside, ball 2. How about a double play ball? The 2-0 pitch. Strike 1 at the knee. Colamarino is hit into 5 double plays on the year. Does not run very well. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, a drive, deep right field, going back to Speedo. It is off the wall. Here comes Morris and Suzuki to score. Buck holding at third, and the tying run holds at first base on a single by Brent Colamarino. That was about 5 feet from being a grand slam. There's the first base hit of the inning. A 2-run single by Colamarino. 5 runs have scored. And here comes Brian Stavisky. He's the 9th batter of the inning. Is Lightning going to strike twice? If it does happen, it happens right in front of the Angels general manager. Bill Stoneman is here watching this. Von Hayes comes down the third base line, and he's going to put in a pinch runner for Colamarino. Lloyd Turner emerges from the dugout. Turner has speed, certainly much faster than Colamarino. So the pinch runner is aboard, representing the tying run. Stavisky, left-hander, 0 for 3, has walked and scored. Pullen has gotten 1 out. He's faced 4 batters. Here's his pitch. Low, ball 1, and Wilson had to jig it up. Turner has stolen 8 bases in 10 attempts. Stavisky ready, so is Pullen. Short lead at first. The pitch, high and outside. Ball 2. A 10-3 lead has shrunken to 10-8. Pullen needs 2 outs to hold on to this ball game. Here's the 2-0. Ball 3, high and outside. If he puts Stavisky on base, the tying run goes to second. And the winning run is aboard for the RockHounds then. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, missing high. This is truly amazing. 2 Traveler pitchers are unable to get the outs with a lead that was once 7 runs. This is the second time this year that such a feat has occurred. Ty Boykin is making his second pitching change of the night of the inning. Takes the ball from Pullen, and he's going to try Miguel González. Maybe the third try is enough for the Traveler manager. It's a call to the bullpen, brought to you by the new AT&T. Turn a double play with AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet. Make calls and access the net at the same time using one line. Check it out online at thenewatt.com. Your world delivered. 10-8 now. Travs lead by 2. We'll take a 60-second break on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
This is Flora. Flora, what's up with those easy bars Mariana never get? Huh? Listen, if you need music, sign up with the new AT&T. Get digital satellite TV to watch concerts and high-speed internet to get the music you want back. And give Mariana back. All that, local Vermont, under $90. So that's Laura's work. For everybody that's not Laura, if you can deliver options to her, we can deliver the right plan for you too. Digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and local and long distance for under $90. Add singular wireless and save even more. Call 1-800-PICK-AT or visit newatt.com today. Oh, and Mariana, you're welcome. SQC, now joined with AT&T. Proud sponsors of 2006 U.S. Olympic team. The new AT&T, your world, delivered. Taxes, other charges, and the Federal University of Wisconsin covered fee extra. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-800-270-0397 toll-free or visit AT&T.com plus bundle details. Not available in all areas. The situation has come to this. Ty Boykin goes to Miguel González.
21-year-old right-hander standing 6'1", 165 with the tying run at second base after the Travs had a 10-3 lead in the ninth. Midland has scored 5 runs on the aid of 3 walks, 2 wild pitches, an error, and 1 base hit. González has made 6 appearances with Arkansas, no decisions, no saves. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits his last outing in 3 2/3. And the batter is Matt Allegra. Right-hand batter. Here's the first pitch. A slider missing low, ball 1. Allegra tonight 1 for 4. He started this 9th inning by striking out on a wild pitch and advanced to first on that pitch. Would score on the bases-loaded walk to Morris. González checks the bases. The 1-0 almost hit him. Inside with a slider. 2 balls, no strikes. At third base, Travis Buck. Lloyd Turner, who represents the tying run at second. Ryan Stavisky at first. We've got some pretty angry fans at this ballpark at the moment. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Chopper to third. Brown scoops, steps on third. 1 out. Over to first. Double play. Rack 'em up. That ends the ball game. 1,500 fans take one giant breath and exhale all at the same time. Miguel González comes on, gets a double play that goes 5-3, and the Arkansas Travelers break a 7-game losing streak with a ball game that should not have come down to the last pitch. The final score is 10-8. The winning pitcher will be Nick Green in his Double-A debut. The loss goes to David Bradley, and Miguel González earns the first save of his career. Regardless of the fact that the Travs won this ball game, the weakness of the team was exposed once again. An ineffective bullpen that has such trouble holding leads and throwing strikes that there's got to be some inward looking in that clubhouse right after this ball game. It's a win, but it's a win that's still a little bit tough to celebrate, I think. So it's a 10-8 victory for the Arkansas Travelers. You can put it in the book. We'll come back with the final totals after this on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system along with the technology to help respond and prevent crime. ITT Technical School of Criminal Justice Education. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola.
My friend's brother is a black fan. I called a break.
I was not. You're out. Wait.
Real Coke Texas. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I can help.
All right, sir. What's the problem? I want to do box open box break for all right.
Next time, here's the like great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Since 1901, the Arkansas Travelers have been making memories in the natural state, like John Young launching a home run over the Mills Freeway with the 77th Texas League title. People still talk about the explosive performances of Captain Dynamite or the Travs leadoff batter for the 1976 season, 3'4" Roscoe Pete Stidman, and the unbelievable home run heroics of recent Travs Tommy Murphy, Mike Napoli.
And it's a grand slam! Tommy Murphy wins the game with a walk-off grand slam!
Now you, your friends, and family are invited to create the memories of their own as the Travs starts the 74th and final season at Ray Winter Theater.
Double play! And it's the Travs, the 8th division champion.
Share the excitement as the Arkansas Travs celebrate their history with another winning season. For tickets, call 667 634-1555 or visit draft.com.
And Freeman the ball all into the freeway. Get out of here.
Arkansas Travelers, still the greatest game on turf.
The world progressed radio. Come true. Air America Little Rock. 13 to 8 KBX North Little Rock.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discount you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey guys, want another beer?
Another what?
Another beer?
I didn't have a beer. Did you have a beer? No. Oh.
Yes, you did. These beers right in front of you. Remember you ordered them?
Where? I mean, I remember eating the wings. The wings. Are you sure we drank the beer?
Guys, hey man, you ate the wings, you drank the beer.
Huh.
Whatever. You guys want another round?
Of what?
Beer.
That sounds great. You want a beer? I would love a beer.
Next time, try the light beer. You won't forget. Great taste, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball. It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elton.
Back at Rawinder Field as we get into the Allstate Insurance post-game report. Travelers beat the Midland RockHounds by a final score of 10-8. Although the last inning of the ball game was much closer than anybody would have expected. Phil Elson with you on the Allstate Insurance post-game report and give you the unofficial final totals. Midland scores 8 runs on 6 base hits, commits no errors, and leaves 8 men on. And the Arkansas Travelers scored 10 runs on 10 hits, 4 errors, and the Travelers stranded 7. Nick Green is the winner in his Double-A debut. David Bradley takes the loss, falls to 3 and 5. Miguel González came on for the save, getting a double play, stranded the tying run at second base. 3 hours, 10 minutes from first pitch to last pitch. They paid attendance tonight, 2,952. Travs got ahead in the first inning today against David Bradley. Aaron Peel, a leadoff double. He'd be sacrificed to third by Eric Rodland, but still it took a 2-out single by Matt Brown off the right field wall to score Aaron Peel to make it 1-0. Then Bobby Wilson followed with a double off the right field fence to make it 2-zip, and Matt Pauley followed with a base hit to left for a 3-0 lead. Nick Green, Travelers starter, dealt 3 scoreless innings before losing a little command in the fourth. Offered up a pair of 1-out walks to Brant Colamarino and Brian Savitsky. Matt Allegra brought Colamarino home with a base hit to left. That moves Savitsky to third base, and he would score to make it 3-2 Arkansas on a sacrifice fly by Kevin Melillo. So 3-2 Travs heading into the bottom of the fourth inning, and Arkansas got somewhat of a gift run. David Gates with a 1-out walk. He then stole second base, went to third on Bradley's wild pitch, and scored when Aaron Peel routed out to shortstop to put the Travs back in front 4-2. And Midland brought home another run in the fifth inning with Travis Buck, a 1-out homer over the screen monster to Interstate 630. It was Buck's first Double-A home run and cut the Traveler lead to 4-3. Arkansas started to pull away in the fifth inning after Bradley was pulled following the fourth. Justin Crowder entered, and Brandon Wood greeted him with a leadoff home run of the fifth. It's Wood's 12th of the season and third of the homestand. Bobby Wilson would double with 1 out. Matt Pauley walked, and Jason Espita was hit by a Crowder fastball on the shoulder to load the bases. And then Crowder throws a wild pitch, allowing Wilson to come home to score, moving Pauley to third and Espita to second. Bases would load again when Crowder walked the second man of the game, putting David Gates aboard. So Dwayne Bacon steps to the plate and crunches the first pitch over the left fielder Buck's head, scoring all three runners with Espedo and Gates about a step behind themselves. Bacon would get thrown out trying to advance to third, and the Travelers in that fifth inning would score 5 runs on 3 base hits. Had a lead at that point of 8-3, and they would even extend it further. Actually 9-3 at that point. They would extend it to 10-3 when Paulie drove an Anthony Rawson offering over the right field wall for his 4th home run at Double-A. So 10-3 Arkansas. Green left after 7 innings, retired the last 7 batters he faced. Bill Edwards got through the 8th inning without too much of a problem, and Rich Thompson came on to try to pitch the 9th. Things started off okay for Rich, got ahead of Matt Allegra with 2 quick strikes, but then struck him out with a pitch that got behind Bobby Wilson to the screen, allowing Allegra to reach first. Thompson then started to fall apart. He threw another wild pitch, putting Allegra to second, walked Kevin Melillo and Ronnie Merrill to load the bases. Then Jed Morris took 4 pitches out of the strike zone to force in Allegra, cut of the Traveler lead to 6 runs. That was Aaron Pullen that came on after that, induced Kurt Suzuki to chop slowly to third base. Matt Brown fielded it cleanly, but his throw to second base glanced off the glove of Eric Rodlin and went into short right field. 2 runs would score in the play, making it a 10-6 lead for the Travs, and it brought the tying run to the on-deck circle. Buddy would come to the plate after Pullen walked Travis Buck. Pullen got his only out when Vasily Spanos popped out into foul territory at first base. It looked like the RockHounds had tied the game when Brent Colamarino drove a 2-1 fastball to the top of the right field fence. If it was another 5 feet high, we'd still be playing, but instead it bounced off the wall. It was played perfectly by Jason Espedo, and although 2 runs would score in the play, Colamarino, who represented the tying run, would only reach first base. But then Pullen walked Brian Savitsky, putting the tying run at second. Lloyd Turner inserted as a pinch runner, moved to second base. Pullen was yanked, and Miguel González came in. He fell behind Allegra 2-0 before Allegra bounced to third base, with Brown stepping at third for the out and then firing across to complete the double play, which ended the ball game, and Arkansas wins it by the final score of 10-8. For the win, the Travs break a 7-game losing streak. They now go to 18-37. They're now 6-21 at Ray Winder. Midland falls to 31-25 and 11-15 on the road. This series, which will wrap up tomorrow, is tied at 1 game apiece. Coming up next on the Allstate Insurance Postgame Report, the scoreboard from the Texas and the Major Leagues here on 550 KCRS and 1380 KDXE.
I would think about the whole zero factor. Bracket makes sense. Zero, or top, and zero, no, but not very. Next month, Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to lift the world that you work. AT&T with its passion to advance, Big with its drive to deliver, have come together to create secure networks, service, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at AT&T.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back on the Allstate Insurance postgame report here at Ray Winder Field, the Arkansas Travelers have defeated the Midland RockHounds by a final score of 10-8. We'll take a look at the scores from around the Texas, the Major Leagues, and the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Beginning in the Texas League, where the Springfield Cardinals got a complete game victory from Rich Rundle. Cards end a 3-game losing streak, beating Frisco 8-1, and Rundle's with his 4th win of the season. Goes to 4-4, but Springfield remains a game in back of Tulsa as the Drillers beat Corpus Christi 3-1. Jordan Zarnicki hitting a homer, his 6th of the year. Ubaldo Jimenez goes to 6-2 with the victory, and the loss to Juan Gutierrez dropping him to 5-3. Manuel Corpus coming on for his 16th save. Another final score: Wichita 5, San Antonio 4. Sung Song the winner, 4-5 record. Ryan Fearben falls to 1-5 with a loss. Ryan Braun saved his 6th, but when the dust settles after today's game, Corpus Christi still in first by a half game over Midland. Frisco falls to remains 2 games out. All 3 teams in the top 3 in the South were losers today. And the standings pretty much remain the same in the North. Tulsa 1 game ahead of Springfield. Wichita stays 9 games out. Arkansas 15.5 games out of first place. Over to the major leagues now. And let's see if we've got any other games still going on. Yes, it's Seattle, top of the 5th inning. The Mariners crunching Kansas City 11-1. 2 homers by Richie Sexson and 1 by Adrian Beltre. Final scores in the National League. Arizona handed the Atlanta Braves a loss in the first game of a doubleheader by a 4-2 final score. Orlando Hudson and Chad Tracy hit home runs in that game. John Smoltz was the loser. Gonzalez the win. Julio saved his third. And in the second game, Arizona achieves the sweep. They beat the Braves 13-9. Damian Easley, a 3-home run game. The veteran infielder now at 5 on the season. Eric Burns, 10th home run of the year. Marcus Giles and Wilson Bettman go deep. The Braves get swept in that doubleheader. And in another doubleheader, the New York Mets were losers in the first game to San Francisco 6-4. Eliezer Alfonso hitting a home run for the winning run. Matt Cain the winner, a 4-5. Losing pitcher El Duque 3-5. Armando Benitez saved his 4th. In the second game, the Mets achieve a split. Chris Woodard sacrificed fly in the 11th inning, beats the Giants 3-2. Duaner Sanchez was the winner. Wilson the loss. Vizcaino and Wynn home runs for the Giants. Final score out of Milwaukee, where the Washington Nationals rally for 2 runs in the 9th inning against Derek Turnbull. Ryan Schneider's 2-run homer was the difference, 4-3. Nats over the Brewers' Turnbow 2-3 record. Cordero came on for his 9th save. Cincinnati, a 4-run 6th inning, capped a 7-5 win over the Houston Astros. Andy Pettitte falls to 4-7 for the Stros, while Bronson Arroyo goes to 7-2. Ken Griffey Jr. homered for the 8th time. Pittsburgh beat San Diego 6-4. Zach Duke gave up 3 runs in the first inning, but still pitched for his 4th win of the year. Pirates rallied for 5 runs in the first, and that pretty much put the game away. Mike Gonzalez came on for his 7th save. Florida pounds Colorado 13-0. 3 home runs for the Marlins, including the first of the year by former Traveler Alfredo Amezaga. Wes Helms hit his 2nd. Dan Ugla hit number 7. Cubs over the Cardinals 8-5. Albert Pujols was hurt. He injured an oblique muscle going after a pop-up in foul territory. No word on how long he'll be out. Phil Nevin homered, his 10th. And Aramis Ramirez hit a grand slam in the 4th inning, also his 10th of the year. Glendon Rush got the win. He's 2-5. Mark Mulder the loss, 5-4. Dodgers over the Phillies 8-2. Brad Penny the winner, 6-1. Matt Kemp homered his first. Brito the loss, and he falls to 0-1. The Angels today were smoked by Cleveland 14-2. Travis Hafner a grand slam, 6 RBIs. Cliff Lee the winner, 4-5. Grady Sizemore also went deep. The Oakland A's win on an Eric Chavez RBI in the bottom of the 7th, and the A's beat the Twins by a 2-1 final score. Brad Halsey the winner. Houston Street saved his 9th. Yankees win in 10 innings over Baltimore on a Johnny Damon solo homer, 6-5 the Yanks. Proctor the win, and Ching-Min Wong had to come on for the save. A couple other finals. We got the White Sox beating Texas 8-6. Javier Vasquez the winner, 7-3. Bobby Jenks came on for save number 15. White Sox scored 7 runs in the 4th inning. Jeremy Bonderman won for the 6th time, and Maglio Ordonez hit a 3-run homer as the Tigers beat Boston 6-2 at Comerica Park. Fernando Rodney came on for a 7th save, and you got Carlos Guillen and Marcus Thames each hitting a home run. Toronto a winner, 6-2 at Tampa Bay. Roy Halladay 8 innings for a 7th win against his 1 loss. B.J. Ryan came on for save number 13. And those are all the final scores brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Arkansas Travelers and the Midland RockHounds, available online at www.southwest.com. We will take one more break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the broadcast. Arkansas beats Midland tonight by a final of 10-8. We're on KCRS 550 and 1380 KDXE.
What if there were no test drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. That's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safely. For every time you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill, the Safe Driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible, with deductibles for another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Dan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible to take sign out. Features are optional and subject to terms and conditions availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. That's pending Allstate Coverage Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrats have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. And tonight is a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Wrapping things up at Raywinder Field, Phil Elson with you on the Allstate Insurance postgame report. The official final totals now. Midland, 8 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Hounds strand 8. Arkansas, 10 runs, 10 hits, 4 errors, 7 men left. Nick Green, the winner in his AA debut, goes 7 innings, picks up only 3 runs, walked 3, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts. Green actually with his 6th win of the year, after winning 5 at Rancho Cucamonga. Meanwhile, David Bradley suffers the loss. He falls to 3-5. Miguel González got 2 outs on 1 swing of the bat, stranding the tying run at second base for his first save of the year. The time of game was 3 hours and 10 minutes. The paid attendance, 2,951. Well, the win ends the Traveler losing streak at 7 in a row. Arkansas had also lost 13 of their last 14 home games, but the Travs upped the record to 18-37, while Midland falls to 31-25. The season series between these teams is locked up at 3 apiece. We'll have the first half of the season series decided tomorrow as we wrap it up with a 2 o'clock first pitch. We'll give you that pitching matchup in just a moment. First, the BC Powder Player of the Game Award. And we'll go to Nick Green for that BC Powder Player of the Game Award. The Travelers hadn't had a win from a starting pitcher in a good 3 or 4 weeks. Well, Green comes in, AA debut, AA win, and Nick Green, with 7 strong innings, retired the last 8 batters he faced. Green is your BC Powder Player of the Game. BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers, and tonight for the Midland RockHounds, too. It gets into your system fast and it goes to work fast. If you got a headache, a backache, or a muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC. Use as directed. Well, the series will wrap up tomorrow. 2 o'clock first pitch. Daniel Davidson for the Travelers, a 1-5 left-hander with a 5.51 ERA. Brad Knox for the Midland RockHounds, a 3-1 record, right-hander with a 5.47 earned run average. And again, that 2 o'clock first pitch will have the ITT Technical Institute pregame show at 1:40 right here on 2 frequencies, 550 KCRS in Midland and 1380 KDXE in North Little Rock. I'd like to thank Matt Alderman back at the studios in North Little Rock for getting this broadcast on the air, the folks over at KCRS in Midland for making sure you got the feed correct, and to minorleaguebaseball.com for getting our broadcast on the internet as well. Thank you, fans, for tuning in here in Arkansas, down in the Permian Basin in Texas, and listening in on the internet. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. My name's Phil Elson. Hope you enjoyed it. Final score again, the Arkansas Travelers 10 and the Midland RockHounds 8. We'll be talking more baseball tomorrow afternoon.
Today's game brought to you by AT&T. Coca-Cola. All insurance. I expect to. Miller and Arkansas Federal Credit.